Hello. How you all doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing okay. Hiya, Sparky. I need a word of you, young man, about using my image on my other people's streams. Hope you're doing well. Hello, All Tech. How you doing? Nice to see you. Just waiting for my old live stream on the old YouTube side to kick in. Hello, All Tech. How you doing? That's it. That's kicked in. Let's give it a pause. So I hope you're all doing okay. I'll let some of you get comfortable before we make a start. And then we'll go from there. Oh. The most common reaction. Let's delete that. Hiya, Theo. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Micks Mowers, how you doing? Nice to see you too. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're all keeping safe and sound. Just mucking about with this for a minute. So I'll let somebody get comfortable. I've had a right day of it today, I can assure you. Proper day of it. But we're getting there slowly. I've done quite a bit on the old garden today, so I've been busy boy, which is nice. But I can't wait for these tips to open on up. Once the tips open up, we'll be away. But at the minute, they're not open my end. So I'm still waiting for them to come on up. So I've got about 15 tip runs to do in a minute, which is absolutely crazy. But we're getting there. I just had a nice meal. We had a takeaway tonight because Mrs. P's been upstairs in the boys' room, decorating the boys' room. And I've been in the old shack and in the garden doing bits and pieces in there. So hope you're doing okay. Got 30 in the house already. Only been going 2 minutes. That's wicked. It's good to see. Ali Mac, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. I feel quite groggy today. To be fair, I do feel a little bit groggy. I think I just have maybe had just a little bit too much sun, but we'll see how we get on. So we'll let a few of you get comfortable before we make a start. I'm wearing my Lucky Mud Mowers 7 t-shirt today. It's a little bit slim on me, but that's what happens when you're fighting fit in your well-oiled machine. Not well-oiled, only because the amount of oil I had in my engine takeaway tonight. That's the only reason that's why I'm well-oiled. JJ, how are you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you in here, mate. Hope you're doing well. You're supposed to give me a ring at some point. So give us a bell, buddy boy. Be nice to see how you're doing. Don't forget to get a bit of a thumbs up on your way in. That'll help towards the growth of my channel. Be much appreciated if you can. I'm sitting at 7 at the moment, which is cool. 8, so up they go. So how you all been? How you all been doing? I know we're still on lockdown, but they're on about knocking it all back now, aren't they? Apparently, or a little bit slimming it back so we can get out and do a bit. But I've been super busy. Buying, selling, and what have you, still keeping the old social distancing whilst I'm doing it all and spraying stuff down with my old 99% proof kills most things as I go, and wearing gloves and masks and all that sort of stuff. Why, man, Bob, how you doing? I'll see you. How you doing, Mick? Say hi to Zippo from me if he comes on. I've not seen Zip for a little while. He's been doing a few videos, but I've not seen a great deal of him. I hope he is okay. Not seen a lot of Bruce. Some have been doing videos and what have you, which is cool to see. But not everyone's doing them. But I've been doing a few, as you may or may not have already seen, which is cool. So yeah, as I say, I've been buying and selling, doing bits and pieces, and what have you. I've got a couple of little gems in, which is good. I picked 2 or 3 items up this week, which I want to share with you. Hopefully you'll appreciate them, which I'll show in a bit. I've also got a little gift that somebody gave me. So hopefully my mate Tommy will come on in a bit, and I'll show you what I got from Tommy, which is cool. Apart from that, I've been chatting to one or two of you on and off of YouTube and on WhatsApp and over Instagram and what have you, doing bits and pieces. It seems like you're all doing okay, which is good. So what have I been doing this week? Done a couple of engine swaps this week. 2 or 3 have sold actually today, funnily enough. One of which you saw the other day. I did the Ibiza mower that sold about half hour ago, and I did a Sovereign which you wouldn't have seen. That one I found a half sensible deck up in the scrap pile and an engine up in the scrap pile. Bought them both down with a couple of spares here and there, thrown it all together. That machine did well, so I had a complete lawnmower up and running. I might be able to get another 2 out of my scrap pile, and then I'm going to be doing a video on the scrap pile. I'm going to literally be just stripping it all down, engines coming off all the stuff, and just stripping it all down for spares. So show you a way of how I stop buying brand new bits and pieces when you got second-hand parts. So that's cool. Got a few nibbles on some hedge trimmers which I've got up for sale as well, which is good. But apart from that, I have been busy doing lots of stuff. Today I knocked down a shed, not my old shed, it's the one next door to it. Got that down. Bought myself a nice sort of skill saw yesterday from Screwfix. Bought that and cut that up. And just the mother-in-law's roof, her old roof she had, I've got all that cut up today, all stacked up. So as I say, I'm waiting for tips to open up, and when they open up, we'll be good to go. So looking forward to getting all that lot all cleared out and done, which will be good. So let's see who we got in here. I've got 46 in the house, which is good. Let's have a little look, see how you're all doing, see who's calling me names and what have you. I've got Tech in here, all Tech's in here as well. Theo's in here, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Ridware, how you doing? Nice to see you. Ash from AJP's, how you doing, buddy boy? BS Small Engines also in the house. Benedict White's in the house too. Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you, Benedict. Thanks for asking, buddy. Daniel Alimax in the house, Daniel. Ralph's in the house, how you doing? I'm doing good. Pete Froud's in the house. JJ Motors, Mowers and Machines in the house. Rywick Bob's in the house. Hi Mick, how you doing? Say hi to Zip, done you. Nicky's in the house too. How you doing, Nicky? Nice to see you, buddy. Alan's in the house also. Hope you're doing well. Willie's in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you. Bill Weir's also in the house. Nice to see you. Kitty Hopper's in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Who else we got? Hilta is in the house too. How you doing? Kev's in the house too. How you doing? Got a few new ones in here. Hope you're doing well. So that's good. 51 in the house after 7.5 minutes, which is fantastic. Give us a thumbs up on the way in. Be much appreciated if you can. And if you got the old 1K community tab, share us out on your Instagram or wherever you can share me out. The more we get in here, the better we do. Simple rules of the house. I've only got 2 or 3 rules. It's very simple. No capital letters in my streams, please. No more than 2 emojis, and just try and get on with each other. Anyone doesn't get on with each other, you'll get timed out or deleted by one of my moderators. They're the ones with the spanners. You get timed out or deleted or whatever. You're right to come back after being timed out. If you continue, you'll be blocked. And if you get unblocked next time we come on, it'll be down to me when I go through my blocked members. So as long as you keep it all clean, and look after each other, that's what it's all about, especially in this time of need when people are, sort of struggling with this old COVID stuff. As long as we look after each other, that'd be fine. What I do is I throw the link out also, and then you can hit the link coming up onto the stream, onto the panel with me, and we can sit and chat and what have you. I've been given a couple of questions from some people, so if we get a couple of small engine boys up here as well, I might be able to help them out with some small engine fixes, which would be good. Save me answering all the questions. And I can also show you what I've been up to this week. What I've purchased and what I've been up to, which I'm going to show you in a minute, because one of them is absolutely spanking, although it needs a little bit of work. And we'll go from there. Puller Ed's in the house too. How you doing? Kev's in the house. How you doing? Heinz is in the house. How are you doing? David Young, how you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you. Adrian Collins, how you doing? Nice to see you. Bing's Project's also in the house. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you, mate. Thanks for asking. Right, you're all sitting there chatting. 60 in the house, which is lovely to see. Ethan's in the house. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you too, buddy boy. Hope you're keeping well. Ethan, did you send me a message the other day? I think you did. I think did I answer your message, Ethan? I think I did. So hope we're doing well. So let's bang your link out. Let me get a copy first. That might help, Mick. Copy that. Put that in there. Paste that up. Shoot that out on the chat. Right, there's a link. So if anyone wants to come on up, all you've got to do is you've got to have your camera turned on, audio turned on, and you might have to copy, just follow a few simple instructions just to get onto the chat, like touch your nose, put your fingers in your ears or whatever, to make sure it's not a video recording, and then you can come up onto a chat and have a chat with us. So hopefully that'd be good. I hope you're doing well. God, how you doing? Nice to see you. Lower, how you doing? Nice to see you. You did make thanks, buddy boy. No problem. That's fine. Cool. Thank you, Sean. I thought I did. All right, Bill, give your old beard a bit of a stroke for us, please, buddy boy. Thank you, mate. Cheers. Much appreciated. That become Bill. Nice to see you. Not seen you for a while,
Hey,
Bill.
how we doing?
Hey,
I'm keeping well here in
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I've not seen you for about 6 weeks, I think.
Oh man, I've been working my tail off. I tell you, you don't believe it. Between the school and doing work for buddies and running people around.
Yeah, I hear you. Toby says, what compression tester do I use? This is the one I use, buddy boy. Here's my compression tester. It's got about 5 or 6 different thread bore threads inside it. It was relatively cheap on Amazonian. Comes with a gauge and a plethora of bits and pieces there. So that's the one I use. You can get them cheap. The only thing I will say is make sure it works. I have heard lots of reports of different people saying that the compression testing devices they use, they don't work. Or they only work up to a certain PSI. So keep an eye on that. Hiya, mate. Any chance to say hi to my son, Mike, 11 years old, loves your channel. Hi, Mike. How you doing, buddy boy? Hope you're doing well. Look after yourself. Hope you're doing okay. Thanks for watching. I've got Donald Dooley. Donald, just put the camera down a touch, mate. And all I can see is right up your nose, buddy. Lovely. I can see you, mate. Up you come, Donald. There you go. Super job. How you doing, mate?
All right. How you been?
Yeah, good man. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, yeah.
Good man. So what have you been up to then, Bill? Are you working?
Working like nobody's business. I had a buddy ring me last week. He says, Bill, I need a hand. Truck didn't come yesterday. The guys were here. Can you come and help me today? I says, yeah. I says, what is it? He says, 2 trucks. One's a container full of 1.3 million masks. Yeah. And the other one's got 16 pallets of hand sanitizer.
Oh, Lord.
950 kilos on each pallet.
So was that handballed or was that forklift job?
Forklift onto the dock.
Yeah.
Pallet truck into the lift. And then the pallet truck out of the lift and into his offices.
Oh.
And then we had to handball it up the side of the corridors in the offices. So there's 16 pallets of hand sanitizer. From Britain. From the good old UK.
Well, it will be. It will be.
Alcohol-free, mate. Alcohol-free.
Well, that's why he got it, because it's no good if it's no good. It's got no alcohol on it.
No, it's got loads of chemicals and stuff in. It's got the right numbers on the back, but apparently the alcohol stuff sort of eats away your skin. It's methanol, ethanol, biphenol, or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I've been going through it like no one's business because of the old because of my work. So I've been putting on it every sort of 3.5 minutes. It's crazy.
Yeah. And if you're in that situation, it smells. The alcohol stuff smells.
Yeah, it's got a funny smell, and you've got to watch it as well if you smoke or if you're near any naked flames because your hands go up and all.
Yeah, well, does it burn? 80%?
Yeah, oh yeah, it proper burns. Oh yeah, and also it's a naked flame, so you get a little bit, especially with gel one, you get a bit on the plate.
Yeah.
You get a bit on a plate and pour water around it. You can still set fire to it, and it looks like there's nothing lit. You put a tissue on top and it go up. Oh yeah, proper. That's why they're saying don't have it in your car.
Right.
Apparently.
Well, that's why the stuff's flying off the shelves. It's half the price of the ethanol-based stuff.
So how many sort of cases are you looking at where you are at the moment, and buddy? Are you doing okay over there, or?
Yes, Switzerland. I thought you were saying cases of hand sanitizer. I'm not looking at them. I've got 1 bottle in the kitchen. I don't want to see the flipping stuff ever again. No, we're doing okay here in Switzerland. Monday, tomorrow, it's everything's open for business almost. Except for the private schools. Yeah,
I'm just Toby's asking what make mine is. There's mine there. There's mine, mate. There, types. Have a look, mate. We get it on Amazonian, mate. Have a look on there. I think it's about 13 nigger on Amazonian. Patty's performance is in the house. How you doing, Patty? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. And also V8 Man. V8 Man, are you back out of hospital now? I heard you went back in. Are you back out of hospital now, buddy? Or are you still in there chasing them nurses? So how you doing, Donald? You doing well, mate?
Oh, yeah. I'd like to thank Mrs. P for her services.
Oh, you're welcome, mate. You're welcome. She's my little Florence Nightingale, Mrs. P is. She loves it, to be fair. She absolutely loves it. She loves her job. And when she's just doing her normal day-to-day job, which is orthopedics, so that's hip replacements and knees and what have you. Should have people come in, and generally it's the older generation, of course, because the knees are shot. And she'd go to the full hog. She'd shave men up. She'd massage their feet for them, and she goes the whole hog, as well as just turning them and all the rest of it. So yeah, she loves her job, and I can't stop her from doing it. So she's in there up to her neck in it. So she's loving it, And to be fair, we haven't got a lot of cases down here. I'm talking just in double figures at the peak. So we ain't doing too bad down here. It's just the London side and just Southampton seem to have copped it where we are. So, but we're doing okay. So that's good. Garden Machinery, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. So I've been busy, actually. The link is in the chat. If anyone else wants to come on up, feel free to come and have a nose and have a little look at what I picked up. Now, these aren't your everyday mowers, and someone like Bill and maybe Donald might even appreciate these.
The old ones.
So let's have a little look at what Mick's been buying.
Oh, that's cool stuff, is it?
Yeah, I'll take that one.
So I've got 3 in here. I've got over the back, I've got a Suffolk Super Punch, 17-inch dual clutch drive, which is very nice. The one at the very back here, let me make it a bit bigger so you can see a bit better. Hang on 2 seconds, it might be a bit easier for you. I need a belch. There you go. So the one with the big green square tank on the top, that's called a Ransom Marquis. That's a Mark V with a 3 horsepower Briggs on it. 18-inch real mower or cylinder, which is nice. I paid 40 quid for that, which I thought was quite nice, off of eBay. I've had it running to a degree, not running exactly as I want it. But I was talking to Pete Froud, and he said, "What you want?" He said, "You want one of these. They're the more sought after. This one's been in a barn for a little while now. The gentleman who I bought it off, he doesn't know the history of it at all. But I'm guessing, just looking at the state of it, the rust marks. Have a closer look on it. I would say that's probably not even been turned over in about 10 years.
No.
I would say, and that's got the BSA sloper engine on it, which is the more sought after. The engine is actually at an angle rather than straight. So that's got the Villiers engine on there, and that is 110% original. There's nothing on there that shouldn't be or has been adjusted. The box is a little bit wonky. So I've got to do a little bit of sitting on that to get that into place. But I have poured oil down the head, and it has got some compression. I wouldn't say it's brilliant compression, but if it's been sat for 10 years, then I dare say after 10 years I'll be a bit slow to start too. So they'll be coming up very shortly on the old channel. The Suffolk Super Punch, the one with the little orange fuel tank, I've had that running. I did one of those about 2 months ago, and that one's sold. But I got this one, the Suffolk Super Punch, in for free. I've had that one running. I've done a video on that one. That's coming out soon, but it's got to come back in because of a drive issue on it. The one with the square tank on the back, that's running. Got a bit of a carburetor issue, which I should be able to sort. And then the one with the Villiers engine on top, not even looked at it. But I know that the exhaust pipe is a little bit knackered. And at the moment, you can't get them exhaust pipes unless you go to a specialist vintage dealer. The parts from are pretty much obsolete. So I'm hoping to get another one in that's in really bad condition. Speaking of old vintage things, here's the best vintage man in town. There he is. Hey, Brucey.
Man, you got me up there fast.
I see you.
I hit StreamYard and I was already listening to myself on YouTube.
I was on it like a whippet.
Yep.
So yeah, the exhaust pipes you can get for around about 20 to 40 quid. Did you see that engine then, Bruce?
I was looking at that one 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's a Villiers BSA engine on there. The one at the back one at the back's got a Briggs engine, which is but one at the back is a Mark 5. This is a Mark 4.
So the one in the back, is that like that pump I fixed last week with the tank and the linkage and the carburetor built on a square?
No, the carburetors on here are something like you've never seen in your life.
Oh.
In fact, the Villiers one is actually a motorbike carburetor, or it's designed from a motorbike carburetor, which is kind of cool. So they're coming up. I just got to try and get the bits right, and there's quite a bit of work to do to the Villiers one before I can even consider pulling it to start it. I've got to do the points. I've got to disconnect the drive because I can't have it starting with a drive engaged. I think the drive may be seized, so it'll do damage. But I fired the Briggs up, the big Briggs. I fired that one up, but I had it up on the bench. Yeah, I know, Bruce. And to be fair, when you fired your tiller up, I cringed like you did, right? And and I had it up on the bench. And now I'm new to these. I've done a few cylinders, but I'm a bit new to these ones. And funnily enough, Pete Froud, he's got one of these. He's got a Villiers, and his one shot off across his shed last week. He fired it up, and it shot off across the shed with him. So I was laughing. And then this week, I got the Briggs one up. Poured some juice down the head just very quickly just to fire it. I pulled the cord and it was open wide. So because they're like a centrifugal clutch on them, as soon as it gets to a certain RPM, the drive kicks in. So I was hanging off the back of the table, trying to keep hold of it. This blinking reel mower. Oh, it was pulling like a swine. I can assure you.
I bet you got some bruises that you don't want to talk about.
Well, all I'm saying is just thank the Lord for the editing button. That's all I'm saying.
You can still count to 20. You can still count to 21.
Yeah, exactly that. Apparently, the tips will be open Monday. It says Benedict. That's cool. I'm looking forward to that. I've got so much stuff that I'm trying to get down with tip at the moment. I've bought myself a new circular saw, and I've been cutting old sheds up and all sorts of stuff today. I've got a couple of questions here. It just jumped. I'm better now, Bud, says Mark V8 man. That's cool. There was a question about an engine or something. Did I miss that? I think my StreamYard is a little bit slow, so let me go over to my YouTube one instead. Where are we? There's an engine there. Can any Briggs engine fit on any deck? I have two that need decks. One Briggs Classic and the other is a Briggs manual choke. As long as, and Bruce will tell you have to do a few little minor checks, and the checks are you need to double check what length the shafts are. Number one, that's number one. You have to do that. So as long as the shafts are the same length, then that would be good. And you have to check the difference on the decks that you're replacing to make sure that from where it bolts to the deck to the ground, to check the distance between that, because some do differ as well. I did one on a Ibeta, which I think is German. I'm not quite sure. I might be wrong. And the deck height was different, and I had to use the original Boss, which was extended. So yeah, you can do it. Just make sure that when you put it on, make sure the blade is about 10 millimeters inside the deck body. You don't want the blade outside the deck body. So try and keep it within.
Yeah.
And it should be about 10 mil, something like that, and that'll be fine. So yeah, give that a go. But good luck with that.
Cables can be an issue too.
Yes, I had a cable issue with the Ibeta, funnily enough. It wasn't Ibeta, that was a Sovereign. I changed from an SV to a Briggs, and of course the bosses are different because the shafts are different. And the cable length is different because on an SV, the cable was on the side, a bit like a Quantum. And on a Classic, they go down on the back, so it wouldn't bend round. So I got around it, which is good. Who else we got? Hi Mick, Pax Performance V8 man. Oh, you're saying hello to everybody else. You're saying hello to everybody else. You're all chatting to each other, which is good. Everyone's getting on. Good to hear. What make decks will be safe with? What make decks? Are you in the UK, Toby, or are you in the US, or whereabouts are you, buddy? Because pretty much all the decks over here in the UK, they're all interchangeable. You can put a Briggs on a deck, or a Honda, or an SV. They all line up. Some of the Hondas have 4 bolt holes, not 3, so just be careful where you put your bolts. But they're all pretty much interchangeable. As I say, it's for shaft length that you need to be concerned about. So before you commit to anything, just do some measurements and go from there. So, Bruce, How are you doing, buddy? Oh, Lord, what you got there? Hang on, where are you? Let me bring you up. Oh, you can throw. Very good for smashing windows, buddy. You know that, don't you?
Oh, I got a mower in, and you know how on a good old-fashioned used mower that all it needs is a tune-up. You're going to find three things wrong with it, no matter what. You're going to, it's going to have a dirty carburetor. It's going to have a cracked fuel tank. It's going to have a bad coil and everything. I got this thing running, and 1 minute it would run just great, and then the next minute it was just fluttering like a coil.
Yeah.
So where's Roy's the boy? Is he around?
He's not here yet. I expect he will.
I dug this out of the garbage just for him.
Yeah, I've had 3 of those in this week, and all 3 are thrown out.
Yeah.
all 3, and not through choice. I literally threw them out because they weren't working.
Right.
Someone's just coming on in. Who's that? Stuart. Stu, you got glasses on, Stu? Yeah, glasses off, mate. Glasses on. Lovely. Up you come, buddy. So Toby is in the UK. Yeah, just double check the shaft lengths, mate, and possibly some Hondas have a 24 mil diameter and not the 22. So there's a bit of variation to check before you do anything. So.
The 2.50 is the Briggs, and the 2.54, surprisingly enough, is the Honda.
Yeah. Although I have come across a few variants in the Honda as well, Bruce.
Yes.
There are a few variants. How you doing, Sam? Nice to see you. I got Ken coming up as well. He's trying to connect. He'll be a bit slow. He's got a little bit of a. Oh, Ken's looking like he needs a haircut. Big style. Let me come, Kenny.
Oh,
how you doing, Ken?
Hey, hi, Ken.
Yeah, I need a lot.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You need to get some clippers.
Mick, you always catch me when I'm on a break from work and I'm eating lunch.
Hey. This hasn't changed for about the past 3 months, so you need to change your break time.
I just had a piece of bread and butter for breakfast.
You don't have to rush. You got a good 2 hours. You know what I mean? But anyway, Bruce, nice to see you. I've not seen you for a little while, so I'm assuming you've been busy in your workshop doing bits and pieces. I noticed you did a nice little fix on your tiller, and before you even said what you were going to do, I'd already had suggestions of what you were going to do, and it turned out what you was thinking is what I was thinking. So pretty much you were doing what I was going to do in the first place. So that was cool.
You talking to Ken?
How did that work out for you, Bruce? That fixing. I see Mrs. P was doing her first voiceover and videoing of you, which was cool to see.
Yeah,
but it looks like
first one in Canada.
Yeah, it looks like you were doing quite well considering you were rotor tillering with no hands at one point.
You got that. Some people, you know how if you have 50 videos to watch, you do have to hit the fast forward button a little bit, and some people did miss that. But I let go. That was pretty stable for a front tine tiller, right? Like
yeah.
You can let go of the rear tine tillers and they'll just chug away on their own. But a front tine tiller might end up crashing right into the fence if you let go. But it felt pretty stable, so I let go of it for a couple seconds.
Hmm. So that's good. I noticed have you put another video out today, Bruce? I think I've seen your name float about somewhere.
Yeah, little. I won't give it up, but a little. Well, they're so cute as a button, but they're so poorly made. Troy built a Troy built tunnel blower, and you know what? Two-stroke. Yeah, and I know. And in Canada they sell for $249, and in the States they sell for $89.
Really?
MTD, garbage.
Garbage. You know, I counted 17 screws before I could get at the muffler.
Really?
You want to make it harder for the Canadians.
And I was using that nice impact that Zippo gave me, right? And I was going to town. I was taking screws out. Oh, I must have it now. Nope, 10 more. And then finally I got to the muffler. So yeah.
Well, I was talking to a certain somebody today, and he was working on a I think it's a steel chainsaw. He took. To be fair, he did get it going, but I need to find out how long the phone call was, because it was a little while, and we had a few chosen words at this chainsaw whilst we're trying to get it going. No offense, Pete, but I've got to give you some stick because you were pulling on that more times than Bruce was pulling on that snow blower the other month.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see you doing a bit of diversity, Bruce, a bit of the old two-stroker, because you don't. I know you're not overly keen on the two-stroke stuff because of the amount of times you've got to pull them.
Well, I'm only going to work on the good stuff. Now, this Troy-Bilt was an oddity. It had the little electric starter adapter on the end, so I wouldn't have to pull on it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I don't do the cheap two-strokes anymore. But this one was kind of fun. But I'll still do steel and Husqvarna. But I'm not. Yeah, however you say it, eh? But I'm not doing department store two-strokes anymore.
Do you know what, Bruce? Over here, that there's some and some. Okay, the McCulloch stuff I tend to try and steer well clear, but the Sovereign and the Mountfield stuff is generally pretty good to get back going again. But the McCulloch just seems to have really gone downhill, and I am now seeing that on eBay. A lot of the McCulloch stuff is also labelled as Flymo as well. So I don't know if they got into partnership with Flymo now. I'm not quite sure, but it seems to be labelled the same, which is interesting. I have a question here. Having some trouble with my Stihl FS91R 4-stroke strimmer. When the strimmer is hot, it runs on full throttle for about 10 seconds or so, and then cuts out and dies. Any ideas before I go looking? So a strimmer that runs for about 10 seconds when hot and then cuts out. I would say the coil is starting to break down.
Yeah,
is what I would say.
Is he holding the throttle open full throttle and then 10 seconds it dies?
Well, it's saying 4-stroke strimmer that is hot. It runs full throttle for 10 seconds.
All right.
Yep. So it's gunning.
Could be a gas cap. Could be a gas cap vacuum plug.
I think the question is you have to distinguish the two from the many experiences we have up here. You have to distinguish and diagnose what type of cutting out you have. If you have instant cutout, or you have gradual. If you have a gradual, fuel. If you have instant, it'll be electrical. It could be the core. It could even be the plug. It could be as simple as that. The plug could be getting warm and starting to break down when it gets hot. So yeah, distinguish.
Torch plug.
Yeah, Bruce has got one there. So distinguish between the two diagnosis faults. If it's instant or pretty instant, just stops dead, or if it is bogging down and then slowing down. It could be a pressurized system. It could be the fuel cap. It could be the air breather. If it's got an air breather on it, it could be any one of those things that is not allowing the car to pressurize.
Fuel filter.
Fuel filter. Yeah, it could be.
Yesterday on a Stihl, I'm doing more two-strokes. I did the screen in the muffler on Stihl. It's quite common.
That'll bog it down. Yep.
So
what I do, Mick, a lot of times, if I think it's a fuel issue, Mick, as it's dying, I always have a little squirt bottle of fuel. I just give it a little squirt in there just to see if it stays running. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Just get a little. You can get a little bit of Bruce has got a little two mixer dripper fuel. So you could just take the air box off, get it nice and hot, gun it for 10 seconds, and just before you sort of think it's going to die, just keep giving it a little prime in the throat of the carburetor to see if that helps it along, and then you can distinguish between the two. But
or even just choke it.
Two strokes are funny. 2 strokes are funny. You know, I know that Pete was mucking with his today. No, I'm not taking the piss, Pete, but I am. But you know, he put new diaphragms in it, this, that, in it, and all the rest of it. And I said to him, although you put a new diaphragm in there, he wasn't getting no fuel up into a carburetor, and it's a manual carburetor, so you have to pull it to get the fuel up. You have to physically pull it.
Oh yeah.
One more thing, Mick.
Go on.
On those 4-stroke Stihls, you have to make sure the valve adjustment is right, 4th thou. If it's not right, when it warms up, the valves will hang open. It'll cut it out.
Yeah, especially the exhaust. So what I said to Pete was, because he's put a new diaphragm in there, you may have to activate the carburetor. And what I do is just spray a little bit of WD-40 in the throat of the carburetor, just to make that diaphragm a little bit more sort of flexible, because sometimes a new diaphragm, it just won't work until you activate the carburetor up. I've shown that on my recent Husqvarna strimmer video. If you just activate the carburetor, sometimes it will come into life for you. So, bit of diagnosis you got to get done first before we can carry on any better than that. I did see a comment from someone saying, "Oh, there you are," from this gentleman here says apparently Hondas are the best lawnmowers. Apparently, Hondas are good all the time they're running. Is what I would say.
I love to hate those things.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Love hate.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, I had one come in as part of a job lot. I think I haven't sold it. It's here at the back here, a little black one, and it wasn't running. So I've done a complete deck paint job on it and all the rest of it. It looks spanking now. Fired it up and it would only run flat out, just flat out. No matter what you did to it, it'd run flat out. I did the governor arm on it. I tried the springs, tried everything. And it turns out that somebody had put the wrong spring on it. I went up into my scrap pile and found another Honda engine the same. And the bottom governor arm spring was half the size of the one that's on there. So I did a swap, pulled it, and away it went. Sweet as a nut. So they can be finicky. They can be finicky.
They're also susceptible to dust because the carburetor orifices are too small.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, look at you, Ken.
This is a COVID-safe stream.
Yeah, I'm actually only 2 inches from you guys.
They gave us these things to wear at work, but they don't have the metal strip in them, so they fall off your nose every 5 seconds. They're useless.
It all depends on the size of your nose, Ken. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I got that big German nose, you know.
Somebody said the Ibitas are Italian, not German. So thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. Do you know what? That sold for good money too, actually. I saw that one today. That was good. Holding a throttle open. So holding the throttle open, it idles fine. So yeah, you need to diagnose the two cutouts, gradual or instant, or try and spray a little bit of something in there just to try and keep it going before it dies. That way, it'll tell you it's a fuel delivery diaphragm filter, fuel lines. Could be a number of things.
Everything.
Yeah, could be everything. It's a gradual cutting out, so that tells us it's fuel. So my best advice for that is start at the back. So fuel cap, fuel filter, fuel lines before, and the little tiny bung seal if it's got one. I think on those they're the twin lines, so it'll have a bung that goes around the tank. Make sure that's sealing, so the tank is actually pressurizing. And then if it's got a primer, you can take the return pipe off, prime it to make sure you're getting fuel through the carburetor and what have you, and just start chasing it from the back. That's how I do it. Chase it from the back.
Are we still talking the 4-mix, Mick?
Oh, 4-stroke. Yeah, sorry, 4-stroke. Yeah.
Yeah, no. If we're talking the 4-mix, though, definitely do the valves though when they're cold. Do a 4000 valve adjust.
I've got a Honda GV160 video in the works. Cool, Brandon. Look forward to seeing that. Donald saying hi, Mike. Thanks, Pete.
I've got a problem I can't find. I got it's a Briggs Quantum, clean carburetor. I had to go with a double gasket on the primer because it wouldn't pump fuel into the carburetor. Now it starts great every time, but when it's warm, it won't start. It's not the coil, and I think I'm going to change the carburetor out on it. The guy who owned it since it was new said it was a terrible lawnmower. He's had nothing but problems, and he primed it so much that he wore the prime button out. I changed the whole filter assembly.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to go to a new car or try a different carburetor. I told him it was made the day after the Christmas party because that's the one I found all the 3 different problems.
Yeah.
Well, is the warped, Bruce?
Yeah, it's got a different one on there now, and I still had to go to a double seal on that one. But that might even be that same carburetor. I'm going to try changing the carburetor this afternoon.
Yeah. Because I know on the ones that don't have the chokes, they prefer, people like the prime instead of the butterfly choke. Yeah. But I've seen them both. Most of them on the Quantums though are the prime.
Right.
Yeah.
Less and less now with the auto chokes. Hey.
Hi, Ed. How you doing, Ed?
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit strange, isn't it? Strange, Bruce. And again, Bruce, this isn't a dig, right? Because you've come to the wrong show to not get digged, right? Isn't it weird how you can take apart a Tecumseh carburetor, right? Literally muck about of it for 15 minutes, pull the cord, and it fires first flick, but yet you struggle with a Briggs.
I know, and a Briggs carburetor is just a little brass pipe and 2 holes for priming.
They're both Walbro carbs too. They're both Walbros.
I understand that, but for me, the Tecumseh is particularly less tolerable. In fact, I saw Martin Butler the other day. He found a free lawnmower, or his wife Sharon did, with a Tecumseh on the side of a road saying free, may need a service. He got it home, he just pulled a cord and it started.
Those are the ones you got to watch out for, though.
Yeah. I will say, I know that Roy did a video on a comparison that was for a Briggs Chinese copy carburetor, and to be fair, the copy worked really well. So you might be get a Chinese copy one if you don't mind buying from China, which I certainly don't. You might better get a nice cheap carburetor that'll do the job, Bruce.
Well, I got a box of Briggs cards underneath okay, our guy was Mr. Dresser. Who was your American kid guy you saw on TV when you were an American kid? Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, I got a box that Mr. Rogers put under the cupboard. They're all dragging it out. We had a thing in Canada called Mr. In Canada, we had Mr. Dress Up in his tickle trunk. Sounds kind of weird, eh?
I've got a nice little super chat there. Lovely little super chat from Mudmower Farms. Hey, nice to see you. Thanks very much for giving me a super chat. Much appreciated.
Saw that.
Guys, what do you think of the Kubota mowers?
Say again.
What do you think of the Kubota mowers?
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, we've got 2 at work at the moment.
Overpriced.
No,
Overpriced, yeah, definitely.
Out of my league.
Hey? What'd you say, Bruce?
They're out of my league.
Isn't it funny how the pensioners both say they're out of their league and overpriced? That's what I can't get over.
To me, $100 is still a lot of money.
Yeah. but the Kubota is actually, the engine's good. Lovely engines on them.
Yeah.
But they seem very, very work hardy.
Are they a Kubota mower or our engine, or are they a Briggs?
It's a walk behind, Bruce.
Yeah, they're very hardy. Oh, there's Paul. Now, Paul sent me an email. Funny enough, let me find my emails up whilst I got Paul here. I'm sure he sent me an email several times this week. He had a question, and I thought I'd save it for the stream. So you guys chat amongst. How you doing, Ed? Are you doing well, buddy?
I'm doing great. I like the big Kubota equipment.
Yeah.
The smaller lawn. It's
don't we all? When I grow up, I'm getting a Kubota with a loader.
What did you say, Bruce? Bruce, say that again.
When I grow up, I'm going to get a Kubota with a loader.
Oh my Lord!
I know.
Well, that email's from Tommy. That's not what I want. I want one from Paul.
I'm looking at one of these Kubota push mowers. It looks like a science project to me.
Too many cables?
It's a mower. It's a mower, not a space.
Looks like it looks like something from Back to the Future.
The flux capacitor.
Basically, 20 gigawatts.
Yeah. Stick another beer can in there.
I've got to try and find this email.
Oh, you know what? It's got Kawasaki on it. Kawasaki FJ180. So that's a good motor.
You'd like that. Good advice the other day.
Kawasaki are great, nice and quiet.
Yeah, good advice on the Kawasaki air filter.
I love
Kawasaki. Yeah, good video on the air filter.
I can't afford one.
Oil. Kawasaki oil.
Oil.
Yeah.
Oil. I never realized they were put to 1040. I guess they had some heat failures.
I'm just trying to find this email, gents. Me emails is mucking about a little tiny bit.
All right.
Well, guys,
yeah, I mean, it's a good looking mower. It just looks a little complicated.
Well, guys, you were talking before about lawnmowers.
Can you see that, Bruce? I mean, Nick.
Oh yeah. Well, it has a Husqvarna look because of the orange.
It's got a weird looking air filter and everything on it. At first, it's an FJ commercial engine though, so it's heavy duty. So I'm sure it's going to be about $1,000.
That'd be 10,000 Canadian.
It's rear wheel drive. Yeah. But the only good thing I get about Tecumseh, they're very, very quiet. That's what I like about them.
Where is this? I might be able to find it on my phone. It'd be a lot easier.
You're on a mission.
Yeah, Stu, you can say something, Stu. You're a bit echoey, Stu. I don't know what it is. You're a little bit echoey.
Oh, right.
No, you're better now. Whatever you've done, you're better now.
Right. But I'll tell you what I'm saying before when you guys just came onto the chat and all that, or on live, we were talking about mower with short shaft where it wouldn't cut properly. I've actually had a mower come back today over that. Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
David Young's just emailed me saying, "Hi Mick, no reason for the email, just want some attention." Sorry, David Young, did I miss you out?
Hey, there's something on the website. The Kawasaki engine on that Kubota push, it's the exact same motor from Exmark. Exmark puts out a push mower as well. Exact same push mower. They're about $1,300 US.
Yo.
Exact same mower, except with a red deck called Exmark. Exact same thing as the Kubota.
Okay, right, David. Thank you very much for email, David Young. I've got a couple of things to do here, Pete, before I go any further. I've got 67 in the house, okay? Now, there is a gentleman who's just come into my stream. His name is Luke, and he runs a company called Mowers and Stuff. And he is so mightily close to the 1K, it's not even funny, okay? So I don't mind you leaving the stream. Go over there, because you can't do the go to channel bit anymore.
Go and use your phone.
I'll use your phone. Go and check Mowers and Stuff
What's
out.
it called?
Mowers and Stuff. There's a comment down the bottom there, Ken. Go and check him out. He's a lawn care guy. He does hedge cutting, grass cutting, fixes mowers, Land Rovers, vans, changes injectors. He wears Crocs whilst he's doing it. All the rest of it. Go and check him out. He is, without a doubt, a fantastic fella, and he's been with me since day one. So can you please go over and see Luke on his Mowers and Stuff channel and give him a thumbs up, give him a sub if you can. It's not a grow stream, but obviously the man is trying to get to 1K, and I think he is so close, it's not even funny. So go and check him out. So I got an email from Paul. There he is there. Whilst you guys are going checking out Mowers and Stuff.
Subscribe. Now he's 977.
977. I might not get him to the 1K whilst we're here, but if we can get 20 or 30 over there, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, do that and come back. So my mate Paul, he's in the chat now. He's had a problem with a mower that's kicking back. Okay, now he's done all the obvious things. Changed the flywheel key. He's to check the timing. He's set the valves correctly. All the rest of it. And his last email is, Mick, I've set the valves correctly. Also have put a new flywheel key in by the code. And the mower is still kicking back. Any tips? And it is a Honda, I believe. So what are your thoughts on that? We've done the top. He's done the timing. He's done the valves. It could still be a valve issue. If you've done the valves, there could still be a valve issue on the back of the valve. Maybe the back of the valve needs to be ground off, is what I'm thinking.
He's getting kickback or backfire, Mick?
He's getting kickback.
From the starter cord.
Yeah. So the only thing I can think of is if he's done the valves and the valves are set correctly, it could possibly be, without going into the casing, it could be the back of the valves need to be just ground off very slightly. But he has got the valve clearances right on the front end. But that doesn't mean to say when they're closing, they're not striking the back. It could be the camshaft.
He took the flywheel off?
He took the flywheel off.
Woodruff key?
He's put a flywheel off and put a brand new Woodruff key in, a Honda Half Moony. He's put one of them in.
Is it a timing belt? style, Mick? The one with the timing belt on it on the can?
Is it overhead cam or is it what is it, Paul?
Because I've seen him skip a tooth.
Yeah. There's two. Yeah, there's two. There's one. One is overhead cam, and what's the other one? Over someone else.
The other one just works on push rods. Yeah.
Okay, I just subbed the mowers and stuff.
There you go. We get a few over to see you, Luke. He's having a barbecue at the moment, which would be cool. Luke, are you wearing your old Crocs, Luke? You got your Crocs on?
There's quite a few. There's mowers stuff and there's mowers and stuff. That's where I got it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, one word. It's like one whole word. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Smarter than I look.
the Honda GVC has timing belts, so yeah, so check your timing belt also.
Yeah.
Then
Make sure the arrows line up.
it's not an
Yeah, on the
overhead.
top of the timing gear, you got two molded in lines. They have to be parallel with the top of the head. You'll see it parallel.
So he says it's not an overhead valve. Is it overhead cam?
Oh,
Not.
yeah. All right. Did he check it on top dead center or 180 degrees off when you do the valve?
Yeah, there we go.
I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, but that could be the issue. You might have set your valves at the wrong compression stroke, babe. It could be that.
Everything's 180 degrees out. Just like when we were kids.
Are you awake, Bill? Bill, are you awake?
Yeah, 985. No, I'm just subscribed to them all, man.
Sorry, mate.
No.
I wonder, see, right up your nose. I wonder what you was doing.
No,
I can't see Phil's head. Where's the mohawk? I can't see it.
That's all right.
Where is it?
Where should it should be? There you go.
There you go. All right.
He's got one like I got.
It's just gone dark here
There we go.
in the bloody Alps. There you go.
There you go.
Mowers and stuff, 985.
Steven's in the chat. How you doing, Steve? Nice to see you, buddy boy. It's a correct Honda loose blade. Could be a loose blade. It could be a loose blade, but I'm sure you'd have heard that.
On the Hondas, it's easy to get a loose blade because we were just talking about all the different shaft diameters, and your blade adapter could be off a little bit, and it could be tight but still knocking on there. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mick, did you used to sing? I got a question here. Mick, did you used to sing the Right Said Fred? I saw one of your videos with I'm Too Sexy and I Mow It on your t-shirt, like the former hit I'm Too Sexy for My Hater. Brother, all I'm saying to you is very simple. Right Said Fred was deeply dippy. I'm Micks Mowers and I dip it too deeply. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, it could be 180.
That
Yeah,
would be funny, maybe if you had shirts made up. I'm too sexy for my mower. That would be good.
Yeah, we've all done the 180 thing. You know, definitely. Yeah, I've done a 180 thing.
Can you monetize that?
Actually, I better check the monetization now. Good thinking, Bruce. I'll whip over and go and check that very quickly.
I tell you, I know I'm on the edge sometimes when I do my.
Bruce.
Barely alive.
Hey, Bruce.
Barely alive. Barely alive. Right.
All I'm saying,
Mr. Penzer.
all I'm saying.
Do I have
to
to
you,
make
Bruce,
my stream at like midnight for Bruce to come on? Because every time I'm on, he's always sleeping.
Yeah.
No.
Don't forget though.
All I get from Bruce,
We're almost on the same time zone as Hawaii here. Eh? Like we're way out there.
all I get from Bruce is God, don't you ever sleep? He emails me up and I email him back. That's like 3:30.
I sent him an email 2 nights ago at 10 at night, and I know it was 4 in the morning at your house. Whatever.
Yeah, I was on my way home.
Man.
You're welcome, Luke. Hopefully that's got a few in your bin for you, mate. Hopefully we can do something for you. What number are you up to now, Luke? How many have you got now, buddy boy? Have a quick little search and see how many you've got in the bin. Jeff's in the house too. Funny, Mick, but who are you dipping? I'm not telling you. How you doing, Andy? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, well, okay, so you're all subscribing over there, which is good.
I still say that 1K subscribers to start monetizing is absolutely cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah,
it should be 500 or something.
Live streams.
Yeah.
Luke says no Crocs today. They make your feet bad being in them for too long. I'm in trainers today. Are you in your safety sliders? Yeah, baby.
Oh, I thought of you yesterday, Mick. I had a lawnmower on the stand, waist height running.
Yeah.
And you know my crazy little blue coat? the tail started to get sucked in towards the running blade. That could have turned me into a chunk of hamburger. So I was, that was just a good reminder to stop doing that.
The thing is, Bruce, is that it is so easily done, and especially even more so when you got them up on the table. I've been caught out several times. When you fire a lawnmower up and you clamp the brake off, and then you go over to the mower to do this. You grab it. Do you know what I mean? It's so easily done. What's Ken got there? Ken's got a picture for me. Let me try and bring it up, Ken, to make me my stream is a bit slow. Yeah, Crocs. That's what he has. Yeah. Oh, Luke, you boys. So he's on 986. So if any more can go over to Mowers and stuff, go and check him out. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling you, he does some good stuff, better than mine. So go and check him out. He's a super cool fella.
You just threw yourself under the bus for somebody else. It's a good man.
I know I live in my sliders. So Bruce, did you get any comments with regards to ventilation and mosquito repellent the other day?
Yeah. That little tiller only smoked for a few seconds. Like that. That's not bad. And then I ran it for 2 hours on 1.5 liters of fuel. That's a pretty good old machine,
I don't get it, right? You fire that old beast up, right, and it literally smokes out half a neighbourhood, okay? Yeah. Don't see any comments. I fire one little tiny two-stroker up for about 3 seconds to see it wants to fire, and I get scalded.
I know. And I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, they hate me.
It's bad.
They figure Bruce has puffed in enough of that smoking stuff over the years. He's a lost cause, Mick. They want to keep you around.
I'm telling you. I've done it sometimes, and I think I really should be more. But I did it at 11 years old. I used to fire up big Stuart Turner imports in the boathouse. 2 or 3 of them have them running for about half an hour to test them. So I'm pretty much the same as everybody else. Andrew's sent a comment, which is cool. And for those of you that don't know, I have just smashed my 3,000 subscriber mark just 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Tyrell took a trip over to say something.
He did. Yeah, Tyrell, come on over.
Like he put on a few pounds.
He has put on a few pounds, Ken.
I thought it was nice he'd said something.
There you go. See, yeah, Tyrell does come on over now and again. But yeah, I hit the 3,000 subscribers. I think I'm about 3,050 now, or something like that. It's shooting up by the minute, which is cool. So there will be a giveaway video coming at some point for that. I won't let you down. I'll think of something rather nasty to give you, and we'll do a little giveaway. See how we're getting on.
And so will be hand delivered.
Well, if you want to pay for flight tickets, Ed, yeah, definitely you can win it, mate. I'll come on over.
You can't get tickets.
Yeah, I'll come on over. Techie Boy has all.
We can't even get a refund for the bunch we had to get home from Mexico. We can't get refunds.
Yeah, I know. Techie Boy has also put the link into Mowers and stuff there. So if you can't find the channel, there's the link to Mowers and stuff. So feel free to go over there. I will push Luke's channel for the entire stream because I would like to get as many over to see Mowers and stuff as much as we can to try and get him as close as we can to that 1,000 mark, which would be good.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, definitely. I've got a little gnat in here. It keeps floating past my ear hole. Had fun with my Rover mower today, cutting the lawn and the wheel fell off. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, Dorito's also in the house. How you doing, Dorito? Mick, you're being a good constant content. You should be on more. Well, it takes a bit of time just to find that sort of vibe, what I want. And my channel's going to go a little bit of a different diversion with these vintage stuff. So hopefully I don't put my regulars off by doing the vintage stuff. But it's I am keen in because it's not an area I've partaked in. So I would like to try and expand my knowledge of especially the older stuff as well. Just to try, to educate myself because otherwise it's gasket 3.5 classic Briggs. How to do this? It's a carburetor fix. How to do that? And it does become a little bit samey. So to get into one of these Villiers, I don't know if you saw that, Luke. Actually, I don't know if you're still there, Luke. But I've got a nice little. I've got 2 actually. I'm a bit of a hoarder now. I've got 2 Marquises ransoms. One with a Villiers BSA on it, and one with a Briggs at the back there, classic Briggs freeze horse. and a Suffolk Super over the back there of the orange tank on. So this one here, I don't think has been started for about 10 years. Looking at it, I don't know. It's got a bit compression. So hopefully it'll go, and I'm going to really enjoy doing them up. I'm going to strip them down completely and paint them all up as they should be, and hopefully get them into really good condition. I'll probably have to sell 2 of them. That's the truth, because I can't just sit here looking good. They've got to earn me money. So one I might do up spanking, and one I might just oily rag it to make it shine and leave it as it is. But the Suffolk Super Punch has got to be done. That's got to go, because the Suffolk Super Punch is sort of your lower end compared to the Marquises. So old stuff was well made, mate. And I have a few classics. Yeah, definitely. I know, Luke. Yeah, definitely. That Briggs one that fires up. But it's got a bit of a whippy carburetor on it. But that's that. Let's see what else we've got chatting away. Very well made mowers, Mick. They are, but they're a bit like a Land Rover. They take a little bit of love. You got a lot of mowers in there, says Andrew. Andrew, that's nothing, mate. Go back to my stream last week, mate. This shop was full. Couldn't even get in the door, and they've gone. Nice little horde, says Jeff. Yeah, they're not bad, Jeff, are they? Hopefully you guys will find it interesting. I'll try and break them down, because some of the carburetors on them you won't have even seen, and I can't really find a lot of videos detailing how to clean those specific carburetors, especially on the Mark IV. So I'm going to go through in detail how to do those. I might have to get the gasket paper out and make some gaskets, because it's even quite difficult to get the gaskets for them. So hopefully they're not terminal. The Villiers does have compression, not a lot, but to be fair, they don't need a great deal. Some had cork floats. Yeah, I'll have to have a look. I know the Mark IV doesn't, Luke. That one has got, that's a not easy flow, a jet flow carburetor. And Pete will tell you. Pete Frau, what carburetor is in the Mark IV, please, mate? I can't remember what that is on the back of that. I had to make mine out of paper, says Alan. Yeah, I've got carburetor gasket paper down here, mate, with some punches. So, Ed, I've been yakking for too long. I'm on a bit of a break. So what have you been working on today, Ed, or this week? What have you been up to, buddy boy? I know you've been doing masks with little tiny funny faces on them, but I've been seeing that. So what have you been doing?
Well, they made it mandatory that we wear the masks at work now, which I'm cool with. And I decided that, I might as well draw faces on them and make everybody else laugh,
Yeah, exactly that.
Over and above that, just the normal everyday maintenance and stuff like that. I did jump on the Briggs plastic carburetor bandwagon and put a video on one of those. So,
yep.
Yeah, we all got to tear into one of those every once in a while.
Well, the thing is,
did you guys see my video? Did I publish my video on that one where I had the piece of dirt where the fuel line broke down on one of those EX engines? I think I put a video out.
Well, maybe. I don't remember it.
It was a chunk of rubber. The inside of the fuel line broke down, and it jammed the float, and it flooded, and crankcase and everything.
Luke wants to see that mower again. So, Luke, this one here, hang on, a bit dizzy. This one here at the front, that's got the Sloper engine on it, the BSA Sloper Villiers engine. That's a Villiers Sloper, because the engine is on the side. Let me just show you.
Is that the slide carburetor? The up and down slide carburetor?
That is called an animal carburetor. That's what Pete says. There is just the comment is just there. So yeah, that's got the iron found of the Villiers on that one, Luke.
I thought you said animal.
That's it there. And then the one at the back has got a standard 3 horsepower easy start Briggs. Let me assure you, it ain't that easy.
Yeah.
And then the other one has got the orange one has got a Iron Foundry or Iron Horse engine on that Suffolk Super.
They almost look like snowblowers.
Oh, I can assure you, Bruce. I can assure you, buddy boy. When it fires up, you want more than skis on to hold one of them back. I'm telling you. When they get going, when I first fired up the Briggs one, I shot off across the garden at about 35 mile an hour. To get one of them seats on the back of it, so I can hang on to it. I'm telling you.
Through the neighbor's fence, eh?
It's a F12 Pete knows a lot about them. Is F12 BSA Villiers. You need the seat with the roller. Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely, Luke. I'm going to get one. Brings on to a question. Whilst we've got a lot of lawnmower people, enthusiasts in here, I had a lawnmower come in this week. I don't know if the gentleman is actually in here. His name's Mark, if he is. He brought in this little puppy, which is a McCulloch. Let me blow it up so you can see it a bit better. So there's his mower. He bought that in this week, and it's got a Briggs on the top.
That looks like a Craftsman to me.
It's actually
looks like a Pool On Pro.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
good eyes.
Yeah.
Varna and Pool On Pro, same thing.
So yeah, I sold him this, I think, about 2 years ago, and he loves it because it's got front wheel drive. However, he came and said to me, "I think I've killed it. I hit something, and I can't even pull it over." So I checked the key. Yeah, he had done the key in. Still couldn't pull it over, to find that the belt had been thrown and the belt was wedged between the pulley and the bottom of the casing. Okay, so I've got another belt, put that on there. Starts okay. It doesn't start as well as it did. I've got to admit that. But once it's running, it runs okay. I think there's a little bit of play in the crank, not a great deal, but rattles your fillings loose, nothing like that. However, put the blade on, put the belt on, off he went. Literally, after about 30 minutes of cutting, it threw the belt straight off the back pulley. Okay. So he brought it back. I put the belt back on again. In fact, I put a tighter belt on, I think. Did exactly the same thing. Okay. However, since then, I've been inside it, and the gearbox main cogs have gone, which is probably displaying why it's keeps chucking the belt, because the gearbox is locking up. I've had the gearbox apart, and it's all got yummy stuff in there. So, does anybody have a gearbox or a donor lawnmower that they don't want for this puppy? There it is there. Let me blow it up so you can see it. There's a make and model. So, if anyone has a gearbox for one of those, can you please let me know and give me an email? I don't mind paying for it, but I'm not paying the £115 for a brand new gearbox off of eBay.
Is that a standard Murray gearbox?
I've got no idea what a standard Murray gearbox is. Don't forget, you talk a different language to me.
Well, Briggs owns Murray, so every time you get something Murray, it's in a Briggs bag. But normally that housing and the way it almost looks like a Murray drive, you know?
It's got the gearbox is standard, apart from it's got a plastic arm that comes up. As you look at the front of a mower, it's got a plastic arm that comes up to the right-hand side of it that holds the cable in place. The arm is about 3.5 inches long. The thing is, he absolutely adores the lawnmower. Since then, he has bought another one off of me, which that's also thrown the belt. But I've got a feeling the bloke who had it before me has put the wrong belt on it. So I've ordered a new belt for that one that's supposed to be on it. Hopefully that'll fix it. Yeah, if anyone knows where one is,
is the number on that 7053D?
7053D. Yes, Bruce. Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah.
Okay. I got one. I might have one, but boy, I don't know. Shipping from the other side of the world, that could hurt.
Well, instead of shipping it over, Bruce, just I'll put it in the store and forget about it, and bring it over with you and have a cup of tea.
Sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a $15,000 idea.
Yeah, go on, Stu.
Mick, on the top of the drive, you said, are you saying where it's got an L-shaped bracket goes up and then the cable goes into it?
Yeah.
I might have one.
Oh, you are a little star. Do you want me to take that little cover off so you can see inside it?
Yeah. No,
right,
you can't do it now, can you?
No, I can do it now. You guys chat amongst yourselves. Take me 2 minutes.
So what do they say to that? Spot on.
Spot on, governor.
Brilliant.
Have another go, Harry. I think my wife likes you.
Mowers and Stuff is now sitting at 990. He needs
Not,
10.
okay, come on, people. 990.
Right.
Oh, wow. Oh,
You can tell.
Is there,
Ken, you
is
can
there
tell
10
where
more-
my grandmother was from. Right out of Liverpool.
Is
How's
there
he doing
10
on
more
Mowers?
lonely souls? 10 more lonely souls in this chat that can go over to Mowers and Stuff. Can someone run his link for me? Go over to Mowers and Stuff and give Luke just a sub. You know, he only needs 10 of you, and I've got 53 in the house. It'd be cool if we can get it on this stream.
That'd be nice.
Guys, just to ask,
How's he doing
Bruce.
for watch time?
does anybody work on Ride on
Well,
John
I
Deere
mean,
mowers?
getting the subscribers is one thing. Watch time is the other. So, I mean, once he's got his subscriber count, people can then just play his videos on loop or whatever to get the watch time up.
He's got 400 videos up there, and from 5 years ago, he had one video did 34,000 views, and all the rest are just in the hundreds.
Yeah.
So that must have been a fluke, or there's something about that that's gained all the attention.
And I've got 2 videos that just went crazy, and the rest of them are average.
You don't know why.
It might have some. Those videos that went mad might have something to do when he had his haircut. That's all I'm saying. He only gets his haircut once a year. That's all I'm saying.
Just a little 5-minute video about a Honda GX25 quick repair. That's the title of the video. 37,000 views.
Right. Let me make myself big. Right. Here's Stu. Here's that older.
Right?
Once a year, he gets a good video. That's not thunder and lightning.
No, sorry. No, I thought it's just an L-shaped bracket right up and then the cable goes into it. No,
cable
I'm sorry.
goes into here. Cable goes into there.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I haven't got one of them.
I got a feeling. That, you know, because the gearbox is gone. That's why it's done what it is.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I haven't got one of them.
No, it's not. It's no.
Can I ask? Has anybody worked on John Deere Ride on mowers?
A couple.
oh, yeah.
Ken has definitely.
I got 2.
Yeah. Bruce, you have, yeah? Yeah. What about the X300R? John Deere.
No, I'm not. I don't know anything about the X.
Have you done
Expensive, but a good mower. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've just got one in now. The drive belt has gone on the very bottom of the deck, the mowing deck.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite a few driving belts. Looking at it, when I've been looking underneath the deck of it, there's one for the main engine. Then that drives the belts to drive the other belt. It's the very low one that drives the blades. That's the one I've got to replace.
Usually on a 300, though, the 300 has one deck belt that goes from the bottom of the engine pulley, and it's got a really weird-looking path. The pulleys are actually on angles on the deck. All right? But it's only one belt, though.
Ah. Well, this can't be the one then, because there's about 3 belts. From the main drive down to the deck, actually, the last belt it is that actually drives.
It looks like more than one, but it's only one belt.
Ah, right. Well, I've got to replace
it's weird because they go on like 45-degree angles. It looks kind of funky. You look at it and say, how the heck does that get on? But it is what it is, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm just dealing with at the moment. I'm going to start taking it off tomorrow and put a new belt on it, if I can get one.
Hello.
If the local suppliers around me, I can get a new belt.
Sorry.
Hello. Yeah. I just loosen the 2 idler pulleys, and that way you can get everything off. That's all.
Yeah.
So,
actually, on some of those, there's even a handle too, where you can loosen the idler with a handle from the side. I don't know if you have.
Yeah, that's right too.
I've seen that, Ken. Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, you're free.
It's like it's a tensioner arm that puts the spring tension on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Luke wants to know. Where was Luke? Luke wants to know if anyone's got a Massport, whatever that says, grass bag. Is that a push mower, Luke, or is that a ride-on, bud? Because
sounds like something you smoke.
Yeah, probably is. Because I've got 2 Massports scrappers here. Both have got bags on them, but they're push mowers or self-propel mowers with a Quantum. So if it's a push mower, there's a chance I might have bags for them. Let us know. Anyone that's just come into the house, I know you have, Philip. I know you have extensive gardens, and I know someone else has. Can you please go and check out Luke from Mowers and Stuff and subscribe to his channel for me. He's a couple of the 1,000 mark. So if you are new into this stream, There is a couple of links. Can one of my mods just run Luke's link for him? Go and just check him out. Give him a sub. It don't cost you nothing. It's completely free. Go and check him out. And there's a link just there. Go and check him out and go from there.
Looks like Harry Potter. Looks like Harry Potter's in the house.
Yeah, Harry Potter. Yeah, how you doing, Harry? Don't forget, go and check out Mowers and stuff, Harry. Go and check him out, mate. He does the same stuff as us, buddy boy. And he normally has hair like this going on. Right up. It's not funny, I'm telling you. Sometimes I don't even know how he sees to drive. It's a push.
That's called hair envy.
Well, he has to wait until it's hedge cutting season before he cuts his hair. Yeah, Luke, if that's a push, mate, I'll send you a photograph of. Send me an email, Luke, and I'll send you a photograph of the ones that I've got out here. But they're for Mazsports. I've got 2 of them. So go and check him out. Well, Raphael's off now. Going to do his stream. Have a good stream, buddy boy. So I need to know. Say again. I had a subscriber email me up just 2 days ago or 3 days ago, saying he lives on the Isle of Man. Hi, Johnny. How you doing, buddy? He lives on the Isle of Man.
994.
994. Come on, people. We only want another couple more now just to go and sort him out. Yeah, do it a message, Luke. That's fine. Do it a message, mate. Not a problem. Go and check out Mowers and stuff, people. He only needs about 6 more subscribers to get his up to 1,000, please. So go and check him out. Pete, can you run a link again for him, please, mate? Luke, Pete, run that link throughout the entire stream, please, mate. So my mate Tommy said to me, Mick, you got an Amazon wish list, and I would like to buy you something off of it, but because of the Isle of Man, whatever it is, there's issues. He can't do it. So he said, can I send you some money and buy yourself whatever you like off your Amazon wish list? And I thought, yeah, go on, get on. Here we go. But he did. So he sent me some money, and I went up to my and I bought myself a brand spanking new tool trolley.
Ooh, isn't that lovely?
Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful?
Nice.
Yeah, but you see, the problem is with it, I've already got a problem with it already. I put it together. It took me about an hour to do that. The problem is that the drawer, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in the drawer. I decided,
nothing in your drawers. Right.
What I do is I'll get my socket set, see, and my socket should fit in there just lovely, shouldn't they? Yeah?
It'll hit the top.
No, it won't. Just pour them in.
There, that makes me feel better.
There you go. Now, there you go.
You need some screwdrivers in there too, Mick.
Say again.
You need some screwdrivers in there too.
I can do that.
There you go.
It looks perfect.
Now there you go. Now I did that on purpose because I know Bruce would absolutely adore that. So there you go. I did drop a socket whilst I was down there, which I've got to find because that will do me. Now I bet it's a 10 mil as well.
10 millimeter.
Yeah, it'll be or 3/8.
It was the 7 mil. No one needs a 7. So yeah, so thank you very much for that, Tommy. Much appreciated. The reason I wanted it was because when I'm working on my table, I often not like Brucey boy. He's got a lovely little old chair that he very rarely uses when he's sat at the table. I use mine all the time, but I like to have my table that I'm working on, and then when I'm taking bits off, I like to put them all into one tray, and sometimes a magnet tray don't cook it. So I can now, at least it's got 3 shelves. I can now have 3 different projects on the go. I can separate the projects up and work on 3 mowers, sort of as we go. So
nice.
So thank you very much for that. Much appreciated.
Get you some big, deep baking pans.
That's better.
Okay. Mick, I have a question for you. It's serious.
Oh, okay. So before we go serious, Ed's got a question first. Go on, Ed. Say what?
I said, Mick, you get the little magnetic trays. Find yourself some of the big, like 2-inch deep baking pans, and use those out in the shop too.
999. 999.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
I got that idea off a little Canadian friend I know. So Mowers and Stuff is currently at 999 subscribers. So come on, people. We must be one more person. Dig deep. Let's get this man to 1K. And let's see if we can't get him. His link is in the chat, being run by Pete Froud. Go over there, give a man a sub. It don't cost you nothing. It is free to do it. And Mick, a fake account, ha. What's a fake account?
1,000.
There you go. He's got his 1,000.
There you go, Mowers and Stuff. Congratulations, buddy. You're on the other side.
Congratulations, Luke. And now just sit back and watch the money roll.
And now it only takes 2 months to get paid.
700. That's all.
Congratulations, Luke. I'm extremely proud of you, buddy boy. You have been with me from day one. I do appreciate your support. So congratulations, mate. You rock. Keep it going, buddy boy. So, Bruce, you were going to say a serious
That's not
question.
bad. You got
No, it's not serious.
in about 20 minutes.
Nothing I do is serious. But I still have a real crummy oil removal suction tool.
Yeah.
And I noticed you have a new one. It's a 9 liters or 8 liters or something like that.
9 liters vacuum pump I use. I've had it for nearly a year, Bruce.
Okay. Well, time goes by. But
Yeah.
how do you like it? Would you buy a different one, or are you happy with that one?
No, extremely happy with it, Bruce. It comes with 3 or 4 different attachments, so you can do
Mhm.
cars, trucks, or whatever, which is good.
Right.
I like it because you can, when it's full, you can literally just take the top off of it, put it in the boot of your car as long as it stands upright, and take it down the tip or recycling center and empty it out in one go, or you can just empty it out into
Larger pail, yeah.
another pail. The only downside to it is when it gets to just over about 3/4, obviously because you're trying to cause a vacuum.
Yeah, less volume.
Less oil in there is better than more. I would recommend it. It was on special last year. I think Mrs. P got it for me for Christmas, funnily enough. I think it was about £30, £35, whatever that equivalates to. On Amazonian, you get them on Amazonian. Probably be cheaper on eBay. But I would be lost without it.
Well, yeah, there's 2. One has an external pump and one has an internal pump. They're priced about the same.
Yeah, this one is the external pump, so it's got the main cylinder, and then it's got the vacuum pump actually goes down alongside it. I don't. Mine is hidden somewhere.
Well, I'm getting tired of turning the Hondas over.
Issues.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got the same one at work, Mick, but mine runs off an air compressor. You plug an air hose into it.
Yep.
And it makes the vacuum that way. I love the thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a brake bleed.
Right.
So that's cool. Luke says, brilliant. Thank you very much. It took me a long time to get there. At least, wow, I'm in the 1K club. I never thought it would happen. There you go, Luke. Many happy returns for your 1K, buddy boy. Enjoy your barbecue. Sit back, put your Crocs on, and get your hair cut. Absolutely fantastic.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. It is a moment. I can remember when I hit my 1K. It is a moment. You're sitting there, especially if you're on someone streaming, they're pushing you, and you see, and you're getting there, and you're nearly there. I tell you, it makes you shake a little tiny bit. It is good to get up there. So well done, Luke. So yeah, Luke. Bruce, you got one of them little tiny liter jobbies, isn't you? A little tiny.
Yeah, it really works well for fuel. Like when you got an inch left in the bottom of a can and it looks like hell, you suck it out. But it really doesn't pull oil very well at all.
The only modification I made for mine was the end of a straw. Obviously, I put a little tiny diagonal cut on it.
Oh yes,
because
so it doesn't suck down to the bottom of the tank.
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. You still have to tip the mower up to get them all out. But I notice you're still tipping lawnmowers over at times as well, doing it the old. I know. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying you still do it. I know. We all do it. In fact, I don't do it at all anymore because literally by the time you give it about 5 or 6 pumps.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the straw stays in there, you might have to maneuver it so it stays in. I put my mower on the table, put my sucker machine onto the table so that the hose goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And whilst you're doing that, you can then take the carburetor off and work on the machine whilst it's sucking away or go and do whatever. So it would definitely help you out. Hair's okay at the moment, at least until September. Crocs would be in on a minute. Hot tub awaits. Okay, Luke, fantastic. Congratulations, Luke. I am super proud of you, mate. And I'll send you that picture of that grass box a bit later on, buddy boy. Congratulations.
Okay, grass boxes or grass bags are unbelievable, right? I'll accumulate 8, 9, 10 of them, and I haven't had one match. They never. The one I need, so I'll get rid of all 8 of them, and then I need the one I threw away the next day.
Yeah, well, I tend now, quite lucky over here, Bruce, because a lot of the mowers actually, they're samey decks, you know. So you can get away with just changing the rear flap on a lot of them, and then interchange it for the bag. So before you go sort of cursing because you threw a bag away, have a look at your stash pile or your flaps and see if you've got one that will work. You may have to do a little bit of modification, but you're fully experienced on how to do that. I've done 2 or 3 flap changes, which will incorporate the bag to fit. So
MTD will even have 6 different bags. Like, it drives me crazy.
Yeah, we don't tend to get that over here. Mountfield are probably the best for having the same box throughout. They do differ on certain models. Quicksilver, which is just a brand name, they're pretty much all the same. So, you know, I've been quite lucky that the ones that are difficult to do are the more economy ones, like your Sovereign cheapos, your Wilco's cheapos, all those sort of things. You tend to have to get the bags, put them in the vise, and bend them up a bit more to make them fit. You know what I mean? But everything's doable. Yeah. So Mowers, Luke says, "Yeah, Bruce, I've had to do quite a lot of welding them up before to convert them. Yeah, definitely."
Can we call it the grass exit chute door, Nick?
Grass exit chute door. What are you talking about?
You're describing them as lady parts. What? I've got a mate here on the floor.
They call them baggers in Canada. Bagger.
Baggers.
Yep, bagger.
What's this say? Luke, I've seen a friend today who is a hairdresser and not at work. Still cut hair at your house, yeah. Trust me, you don't want a pair of scissors for Luke's hair. You want a flail machine. You know, a flailer. That'll get it up. Sometimes he gets in his Mercedes Sprinter van and he fills the whole cab up. His hair is like Ed's beard, but just times it by 4.
Oh, now I got to go have a look.
My hair's starting to get long.
If you find some of his videos, I'm telling you, his hair is right out here. So Stu, what have you been up to, buddy boy? Have you been busy or what's the score with you?
Yeah, I've been doing a bit of work in my garden today, and I have been working full time with the coronavirus thing. I've only been off 2 weeks for the whole damn thing, so yeah, I've been working on security and in the garden I work in. But funny, like I said, Mick, I've been working on that that carburetor we talked about last week, and I got that going. And like you said, when you said spraying a bit of easy start,
that's it. That's what he looks like. That's exactly what he looks like. Luke, back to you, Luke. I'm not even laughing. That's what Luke looks like. I'm telling you.
I'm looking.
You've got to have a prop. You've always got to have a prop.
How often does he put his face on YouTube?
Oh, it's on there. I'm telling you, it's on there.
Carnival week.
So what was up with that carburetor then in the end? Because we said about rimming the jets of the holes, cleaning the mixers out slightly and cleaning them out. So what was the issue?
Yeah, I did that, Mick. But what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for a carburetor kit. I've had to send off for one. Because what I found inside is where the float sticks and the little pin goes through it. The back of it is slightly split. So how it wasn't pouring out petrol, I don't know. Letting the injector sit flush down in, but it's fine. But also all I'm waiting for is bits for it at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it really. And then, like I said, I've been working on the John Deere. I'm just going to get a belt for that. The ride-on lawnmower, and then I had 2 lawnmowers received back today. Exactly the subject you were talking about when you first came on live stream was about the crank being short. How the hell I see you can send it out? I've got that many mowers. I just sent it out and sold it. Where I should have looked at it, but the crank was short, and he said it's not cutting me grass. Then he took a Northern lawn mower, and he brought that one back, saying it wouldn't cut the daisies. I said, "So how short are you cutting your lawn?" So God forbid. So I gave him his money back, and he's.
Well, I mean, I've got to say, I can relate to that because I sold a hater probably 2 seasons ago now, and the bloke bought it back for the exact same reason. It wouldn't take the daisy heads off.
Yeah.
And I know, but some people like that sort of thing, and that's what it is. So when I put it on the deck, I mean, it was damn near scalping the lawn, pretty much. And he wasn't happy with it. So what I did was, I was a bit sneaky, and on the hater, because it's got the friction disc, isn't it?
Yes. I
welded 2 little tiny 3mm bits of angle, flat plate metal on the blade. I measured it to the head of there. Just 3mm bits onto that, just spot welded it on, drilled that up to the friction plate, and it was just enough just to take the daisy heads off.
Right.
That's what I did. But obviously, you can only do that on a hater or anything with a friction disc.
Yeah, because he wanted a little. He only said he only got a small little garden, so I gave him a mower, a plastic deck, and it was a push one. Oh, brilliant! But when he brought it back, and I said, "You want to cut the daisies off?" So you're literally, and he says he's got a very fine grass. He's got down on his lawn. I said, "Well, you must be cutting short."
The only other thing I would recommend, from what I would say, is he'd have to change from a standard rotary mower to a cylinder. A cylinder would get it.
Mower, yeah.
Cylinder would get it.
Well, I know you guys are fussy in the UK over your lawns. We are too, but you guys take it to another level.
Bruce, you can't come up here and start calling us British fussy.
One good way to get rid of the daisy heads is take your old fuel out and spread the lawn down with it.
Yeah. Thing is, Bruce, in your country, your grass is very. When I came over to America, is it America you live?
I'm Canada, Western Canada.
Yeah, your grass is really long and thick, wide grass, isn't it?
Not mine. I buy finer seed, but there's all kinds of it. And then we got the old wild quack grass. I don't know if you guys have that in England, but it almost looks like a Bermuda grass. It's really thick bladed. But
we have bent grass for fescue.
So what you're saying is, Bruce, is that over in
we
Canada,
use a lot of ryegrass. Eh?
Over in Canada, they have this sort of rough sort of grass, but not you. You have this fine stuff. So that tells me that you're a fussy Canadian. The only other thing, there you go. Some Hondas do have spacer plates, as what Luke just said, and that's what I would also recommend. Is if you're in that sort of fabrication way, you could possibly get a 3 or 4 mil bit of plate, and as long as you're very careful, put that up underneath, in between the boss and the blade. I wouldn't go inside the shaft. With the spacers, I've seen some people do a lot of that with bearings, funnily enough, and just to make a little tiny 2 or 3 mil. It's all you want. The problem's going to be though is that the blade is designed to be about 10 mil inside the deck, and if you could be running the risk of having the blade outside the deck, and then we all know what happens if you get a stone. Then the idea is if you hit a stone, it stays within inside the deck. That's the idea of it.
Right. Well, he's gone back to electric mower now. He said, because he said that cuts it really low. So he's gone back. He had electric mower first, then he's gone back to electric one.
Well, I'm going to slip out for a little while. So if somebody wants to slip in, I see Patty is here.
Yeah, I've got a couple of people down there waiting away whilst we're chatting away. So Bruce, lovely to see you. As always, look after yourself, and if you get a chance, do a little video on how tidy your toolbox is. I bet it ain't as tidy as my new baby.
I think I better do it. It's time for a shop tour.
Oh, and Brucey boy, look after yourself.
Bruce, if you're up tomorrow, join my stream.
What's that? Ken?
If you're up, join my stream tomorrow at 9, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
He'll be in bed.
It's 7. I'll be in bed 7 o'clock.
He'll be in bed.
Yeah.
What you,
See you, buddy.
cheers and bros. See you later, mate.
See you then,
Look
Bruce.
after yourself.
Bye.
What you got there, Bill? Let's have a look,
Yeah,
mate. What you got there?
Is that out of a gun?
Oh, hang on. That's somebody else. Who's that? That's Stuart. I don't want Stuart on that one.
Yeah, on that one. There you go.
Is that out of a gun?
What's that?
It is. It's a part of a gun.
Yeah.
What are you doing with that?
I restore old guns,
Oh, okay, cool.
and I've just
What's that,
sold them.
bayonet?
This is a bayonet,
Bayonet.
Ooh.
which was
Oh,
nicknamed
walker.
the sticker from the Second World War.
Oh,
Since it's the day after VE Day, the day after my birthday, I've got a couple of them left. There you go. There you go. There's the woodwork. There's the butt, and there's the main body of the woodwork. Oh, there you go.
Right, just hold on, guys.
So I've got half a rifle. I've just put mine away, man. Where's mine? I just.
So he's attacking you.
I just put mine away. No, is it wig night? Is it hippie? Is it hippie night? It's hippie night.
Oh, you've had your hair done, Phil.
Yeah.
I caught that and all. Have you had your hair done, Phil?
What's that, mate?
What are you doing?
Oh, put your foot on, quick.
Quick.
Oh, Phil, now you're in trouble. He was blowing his nose with it, sweetheart. Blowing his nose with it. Can you believe it? It's disgusting, he is.
Yeah.
The kitchen must be on fire.
There you go. There you
What
go.
are you doing this?
That wasn't all he had earlier on, I'm telling you, but I'm keeping it clean as I can.
Look at that kitchen.
Right, I'm getting in the
See, I told you, Phil. I told you I'd get you in trouble, didn't I? I told you I'd get you in trouble.
Hey, guess what, Mick?
What's that?
I emailed you.
Oh, did you? Oh, my Lord, look at the state of that.
Oh, you're like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
I wouldn't laugh. I wouldn't laugh, Ken. Look at the state of yours.
Hey, at least it's real.
Hey, Ken, lovely wig.
No, that's real.
Mad.
Yeah, Ken, you recognise one of
I'll
those?
tell you.
You think I'm the only one that's not follically challenged?
What are you showing me, Phil?
Publicly challenged.
Recognise one of those?
Visually.
Oh, Briggs,
That's
Flowjet.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
a
I've got on
master
mine.
cylinder.
That's what I've got. That's similar to what I've got on mine, on my
Yeah,
Series
come on, Joe.
4.
Yep. Fuel pump diaphragm.
Yeah?
It's similar.
Now, there's
Yeah,
a
pull on, Joe.
bit
Hold
of
it.
a story going on here, as always.
Here we go, people. Here we go, people. Get nice and comfortable.
Let me put my feet up, Phil. Hold on.
I know where that bit goes.
Oh, Lord. But bring it a bit
Well,
closer, then, babe, so we can see it. Is that a spring in your left hand? What's that? Is that a spring?
Hey, that's my left hand, Nick. There's nothing in there.
You had something in your left hand a minute ago. Don't get smart. You get dumped in the basement. There you go. I told you. Bomb. See, that's what happens.
Maybe
It's
something
a
for kill switch.
screw. It's a little screw, right?
Okay. Well, that should go on the diaphragm.
No, because the diaphragm goes on there, mate. And I got all 3 screws for that.
Okay, you got all 3 of them. Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
screw, the cup, the spring, diaphragm, gas.
Yeah, I've got the spring. But the problem I've got, guys, and I have sent a photograph to Mick because he can't be bothered to open it half the time anyway. Don't dump me, for God's sake.
Don't get smart. Wait, don't get smart because I've got a job for you.
Yeah, I need to talk to you later anyway.
Yeah, I need to talk to you in a minute. You worry about that.
Right. See that there, guys?
Yeah.
Is that in the right place?
Uh,
Because the throttle there, that's the throttle there. Yeah.
yeah.
That's fixed.
Yeah.
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 This here, I think, goes on to the.
That's the governor linkage, and then
Governor.
the belt. That's the belt crank for the governor to go to the throttle.
But is it connected? And then this is the dead man,
Yeah.
and that goes on somewhere. And the problem I've got is normally I take a photograph, right? And I forgot.
Look in the Briggs flathead manual. You should see that.
So, before he continues, I seem to remember. Now, I don't want to have to go back to last week's stream, okay? But I may have to. But last week, I seem to remember saying to a certain somebody, don't forget, the most important thing you need is a pad
Pen and paper.
and a pen. That's what I said. I said because otherwise you'll do something and you'll take something apart and you won't remember where it went. And what did you do? You didn't listen to me, and it's no good showing me that. But where did it go? Don't go cross-eyed on me.
I run out of paper.
Well, there ain't a toilet roll. There ain't a toilet roll shortage now, babe.
Do you believe in this house?
Yeah.
So it's off this Flymo DM. Okay, and it turns over. It's nice and I've got it stripped down, and it's been in the ultrasonic about 16 times with a bit of celluloid thinners. Now
that only means you didn't do it right first time. That's all.
Now there's another story there. What I've discovered, Mick, if you put celluloid thinners,
I told you, get comfy.
If you put celluloid thinners in an ultrasonic bath, all the paint comes off.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You shouldn't have done it, should you?
Beg your pardon?
Well, you shouldn't have done it. Do you want to keep the paint on then?
Pardon?
Was you trying to keep the paint on then?
No, I didn't realise it was going to come off. But that's not the problem.
Yourself in some right situations, you do.
I can't get the damn thing back together again.
Okay, so have you? So we're familiar with that. So the first thing I would say is, unless anybody else on the panel is familiar, okay, someone somewhere may have the diagrams to that carburetor. They must exist.
And can I still get gaskets for them?
Chances are they'd only be over here in the UK. Probably 3 companies you'll get it from. The Vintage Lawnmower Company would be the first place I would go and ask. Pete Froud would know of the other 2 companies that you can go and ask. If you're not a member of Vintage Lawnmowers on Facebook, do so. Put the photograph up there and you'll get some advice on there of people who actually deal with that sort of stuff regularly.
Okay.
And Top Conker have a moment. You're right, Phil. Pete. And then if not, there must someone somewhere will have. You'll get paper in a minute, mate. Someone somewhere will have a download manual for that, which you can check. My first port of call would be Vintage Mowers on Facebook. Put the photograph up there. Where does this go and what have it? You may get a bit of stick, but especially from me, and put it on there and just see what they say. That'd be my first port of call, Phil.
All right, mate. Thanks for that, because that's a nice little motor. A little 3 horsepower Briggs and Stratton turns over.
Oh, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear Briggs and Stratton, Phil. I don't want to hear Briggs and Stratton. I want to hear Villiers Sloper.
Hang on.
Oh, you see. Oh,
is that Bit of the Lake? Is it Bit of the Lake?
It's due to be restored.
Internet Eck.
Ecke. It's German. It's Internet Corner. Can you remember when you used to plug in?
No, I probably wasn't born then. I dare say.
Internet Ecke. It's German. It was on the wall in the hotel when I used to rent. And when I left, it disappeared. It fell off the wall. I don't know. The builders might have taken it, or the guy was a bit. He was a bit upset that his Internet Ecke sign was gone. Bit of history, like a 64K dial-up. Something like that. It's going to my new office. There we go. But anyway, that's where I'm going, to my new office. So I love you to leave you, gentlemen.
Yeah, right. I've got some more downstairs anyway, waiting to come on up. They've been waiting for a little while, so no problem. Phil. No problem. Cheers for that, Bill. Thanks for coming, buddy. Much appreciated.
Yeah, so I'm not a full. I think the last lawnmower I had was an Atco.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, beautiful.
Cylinder mower. Weighed a bloody ton. Lovely boss. Left a lovely lawnmower. Anyway, I'm away on that note. Good luck to you.
Bill. Buddy boy. Look after yourself.
Bye. I'm going new studio. It's
I can see it, babe. Just waiting for a bit of space once Bill drops out.
Bill?
Next in line.
Bill?
Is this person here who's frozen. There's Johnny. How you doing, Johnny?
I'm okay, buddy. How you getting on?
We're doing all right. We're having a bit of a row with Phil at the moment, but he's due to get a payback very shortly. So, Phil.
Phil.
Phil,
Go on.
Do you, you're going, Stu?
Phil, did you find out what that rotavator was?
Sorry, Stuart, missed it.
Did you find out what that rotavator was that you showed us last week?
Yeah, it's a Flymo DM.
Flymo.
A Flymo DM.
Yeah, it's just a cheap user one. Cheap and cheerful.
No, it's not.
Anyway, it is. Of course it is. And I may add, it doesn't have the brown shroud that goes over top of the tines either.
No.
There you go. See, I told you.
We lost that
Right, anyway, so Phil, you have got a lathe, haven't you?
Yeah.
Lovely. That's what I like to hear. So, what you're going to do for me is I need a brand new roller being made.
A new roller?
Yeah.
What, the wooden rollers?
Yeah.
We'll use a broom handle.
Phil?
Yes, mate?
Do you value your space on the panel?
Is that a question or a statement?
It's a statement. So, there's your challenge, Phil, should you wish to accept it, is I need a new roller made for my Marquis.
Was it size, material, so on?
I will get to all of that fundamentally when it comes. Yeah,
I've used tree posts. You know, tree posts.
Yeah. The thing is, what I'm trying to get at is that this is payback. This is for the 15 emails a week I get from the man, and I'm going to add on top of that phone calls now. I'm now getting phone calls and texts on top.
Hey, I'll tell you what, guys, he's entirely different on the phone. He's actually quite nice on the phone. Believe it or not, he's nice.
You're talking out your house. So, Phil, if I get you the specs of what it is, could you ration me one up?
Yeah, of course I can. No problem.
But with a little bit of pizzazz to it. You know what I mean? I don't want a standard one. I want a little bit of something special.
It'll be painted pink.
If you paint it pink, I'll come up there with some bitumen and paint you black. You worry about that.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll turn it up with 4 square edges.
Phil, I've got your address. I've got your address.
You want my address?
I've got your address.
Have you? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Now, unless you want 3/4 ton of manure dumped on your driveway, I suggest you take the challenge.
I'll turn it up for you. Of course I will, mate. No problem at all.
I'll send you over the specs when I start to work on it. And grooves, Mick. Yeah, exactly that. I want grooves in it. I want it looking spanking. Yeah. What would be the best wood for that? I don't think mahogany. Maybe a bit of oak. I think. I don't know. Oak. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oak.
What about balsa wood?
Phil.
Yes, mate.
Easy.
Hey, I'll do it for you. Of course I will.
You're a star. I'll send you some specs over of what it is, and then hopefully, I mean, it'd just be nice to have something, something made by somebody else on the channel. Sort of, bring all together.
When you email the specs, let me have your address. I got something coming up to post for you as well.
Yeah, I bet you have.
I certainly have, mate. Come on, dog. Bit more effort. Come on.
Maple says Pullett says Ed, and I want it. Yeah, that's right. Luke, I want it varnished as well. Definitely, yeah. Come on. It's not like if you're putting stuff through a carburetor cleaner 36 times, it ain't like you ain't got time on your hands, right?
I'll tell you what, I'll French polish it for you.
I'll give you something French. I'll give you something French. So yeah, I'll do that. And if anyone else knows where there is a Ransom Marquis Mark IV exhaust, can you please also let me know, because I need one of those also. If anyone comes across one in their travels, it'd be much appreciated. So, Johnny boy, what have you been up to today, babe? I know you've been out in the garden and been mucking about. What have you been up to?
Yeah, just been a patio building again. Yeah, getting there.
Patio, and those bags of cement, was that from that post I sent you?
I'll tell you what, man, it literally was 100 metres down the road. So I took the wheelbarrow and picked them up in about 10 minutes.
There you go, fantastic. Oh, my mate Tommy is coming in the house.
B&Q.
Oh, there you go. Good lad. And my mate Tommy's coming in the house. I have already done it, Tommy. Oh, made myself small. And where's me? There's Tommy's comment. There's me. There's my mate Tommy. He's in the chat now. Hey, Tom. There she is. All done up. And I've just put some new tools in the drawer. I didn't want it looking all spanking, so I just sort of threw the stuff in there, which looks quite nice.
Oh dear Lord!
Well, it's how it's supposed to be in there like that. So much appreciated, buddy boy. Thanks for the little effort there to get sent over to me. Much fully appreciated. I do appreciate anyone that sends me anything. Yeah, I know, Pete. Hen's teeth. I know they like hen's teeth. I know, buddy. But I'll find one. I've already got Phil doing the roller for me, so I'll get onto it.
Yeah, I got a question for Ken actually, Mick, because you bore me now. Ken,
say again, mate. Say again,
it.
Phil. You're breaking up, Phil.
Ken.
No, yes, sir.
I've lost him. I've lost him now. I don't know where he's gone. Yeah, Phil. Don't you go sticking them fingers up. I can see you, baby.
You're number one.
Ken, can I talk to somebody sensible for a minute?
Well, I don't know about
that. I did a deal yesterday. I sold a couple of mowers, and I got one come back. There was a scrapper. There was only the deck that was gone, so no problem. Took the motor off. It's a Briggs or whatever, I don't know. One of the bolts I unscrewed with an impact hammer. The other two snapped off the bolts. Yeah? I'm guessing somebody must have cemented them in. Is that right?
But is it steel bolted into aluminum? So you got galvanic corrosion just corroding them in?
That's one of it. If a bit of galling going on there. But what I did do, I managed to drill out centerwise right the way through the bolt. But even with an easy out, it's just not moving. Any ideas? Because obviously I don't really want to heat up aluminium on that end plate.
Is it just quarter 20, Phil? Just a standard quarter 20 thread?
I believe so. Yeah, it's I'm presuming it's all metric. It's all a metric socket went on there, but I guess it's all gored in there. I wonder if there's a way of getting through it all.
You got any carbide drills?
Yeah, that's what I managed to drill one out. So I'm literally out within. I'm not joking. I've got less than a mil away from the thread itself. The bolt I've drilled through.
Did you try breaking what you have in there with a tap? Try going in with a tap and slowly breaking what you got left.
Well, that was a question. Would a tap break through the galling? Would you reckon or not?
It might. Yeah, go in there just a little bit at a time, then go backwards, forward, back and forward. Maybe you can do that.
The words gently, catchy monkey and Phil don't go along together. He's more of a hammer and chisel sort of bloke. and the thing is, I mean that sincerely, because when I get my new roller for my ransom, I'm going to show everybody the workmanship, Phil. So if you stitch me up, everybody on here is going to see that, and they're going to know what sort of a person you really are.
It's going to be pink, I'll tell you.
I tried breaking it out with the tap, quarter 20 tap. Use a quarter 20 starting tap though with a point on it, and that way go in there and slowly break out thread by thread.
I guess the only other thing I can do, if the worst come to worst, just drill it right out and put a new nut and bolt in next size up. Yeah.
Well, you can put a 5/16 18 or something like that. Yeah, whatever the next size is.
I mean, the motor I took off. Literally, the guy said, "Look, it's been in the shed for 2 years. The deck was completely rotten. The motor started first pull, so it's worth.
Was it one of the shroud bolts?
Big
one of the shroud bolts? Is it one of the shroud bolts?
It's one of the 3 mounting bolts, motor to the deck.
Oh,
screwing up,
screwing
up into the motor itself, into the flange of the motor.
It sounds kind of small.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. It's in aluminium. It's a steel bolt into aluminium flange. Yeah, so Should it? It shouldn't go
You
really.
do buy some crap, Phil. I know that.
Hey, I
Phil,
showed
Do you
you.
have enough to go over?
I think I'll whack a tap up there, see what happens.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, see if
There you go. You have it. You have it. That's where it is. There you go. I will whack a tap up there. You see what I mean? Told you. Told you.
Just watch when you're tapping that steel out of there. Use lots of penetrating oil or something to lube that up, because you can tear that aluminum up real easy.
Well, yeah. I think we're quite safe there, Ed. I'm sure that he's got plenty of lube all around Phil. I can guarantee you that, brother. I can guarantee you that. All right, Phil.
Hey, I'm not going there.
Hey, Phil, do you have any left-handed drill bits, Phil?
Beg your pardon?
Hi, Dusty Honey. How you doing,
do you have
mate?
any left-handed drill bits?
Sorry, Ken, I missed it, mate.
Any left-handed drill bits?
No, I don't. I've got the easy outs. They're left-handed, easy outs, but the drill bits themselves are the right hand.
You got left-handed screwdriver, didn't you, Phil?
Yeah, got a bit of string with two ends.
Oh, there you go. So how's your mower going, Johnny? Is it going all right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I gave the grass yesterday in about 4 minutes flat. Yeah.
Didn't you say you had a bit of a starting issue the other week or something? It didn't quite want to have it as easy as it should.
No, yeah, that's right. But then yesterday, literally, I think second pull, it fine. To the choke straight away, she was fine.
There you go, brother. That's what you want. There you go.
So quick.
Yep. You're a bit glitchy, Johnny. Your Wi-Fi's up to much. You're a bit glitchy, mine. I don't know if anyone else is picking on it. It might have been Stuart, actually. It might not have been you. It might have been Stuart. Snobby Scrap Pickers in the house. How you doing, Snobby? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. She's just watching film Sky. Sly. Sly Stallone, isn't it? Cool. One of your favourites right about. No worries, that's fine. Hope you're enjoying it. Nice to see you popping on over. Thanks for coming over to share the experience. Much appreciated as always. Oh, someone's gone, so I've got room for one more. Who got down? I think I've got a couple down here. Who's next in line? Oh, Stu, because you dropped out, mate, you have to stay there, buddy boy, I'm afraid, for a little while. Good lad. You're next. Harry Potter.
All right.
All right, Harry.
Yeah, good luck.
Harry, I'm gonna do that again, right? But this time, when you come up, instead of going, all right, how you doing? Try and sound a bit more enthusiastic, yeah? Let's try again. Right, who's next to come up? Oh, here we go. It's Harry Potter. Hello, Harry Potter.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Oh, yeah, that sounds about 15% better. Not much better at all, really. How you doing, baby?
Yeah, good on.
Good man.
Hey, Harry.
I don't think he heard you, man.
Do you know what I can do with this bit?
No idea.
Stick up your ass.
That's a bit harsh.
Well, you're asking everybody. I told you, go and check out the Vintage Lads. They will help you out.
Phil, if you just do a search for Early Briggs Pulse Jet Carburetor, that's what it's off of.
Pulse Jet? What, P-U-L-S-E?
Pulse. Yes, Pulse Jet. They came on like the 2.5, 3 horses.
See?
They're also all over Amazon. You can get
Talk to Ken, get sense. Talk to Mick, rubbish.
But the newer ones don't have those. They don't have that little. They got the plastic bell crank now and all that.
Yeah, true. I'm sorry.
Is that
you got to get the old ones that have to pull out.
Is that a jet flow carburetor on there, Phil?
Beg pardon?
Is that a jet flow? Is it
It's
carburetor?
not flow jet.
It's not. Okay.
Pulse jet.
No, it's aluminium, mate.
Yeah, they call that
apparently, apparently, Pete Frowell says Terrell has got videos on them. So go to Terrell Fixes All. Apparently, he's got a video.
Yeah, but not that one. That one's too old.
Okay.
That's got the one with the pull-out choke. It's different from the newer one with the plastic bell cranks.
Yeah, the choke's there, look.
It's a pull-out. Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are on the older, like from the 60s and early 70s.
Yeah.
I'd love to get this motor going, guys.
Well, it's only taken you 9 months so far. You haven't done stuff all with it. And the funny thing is that carburetor is like from the 60s, 70s. Phil, you was a young lad then. So why you should be experiencing this sort of thing?
I am a vintage 1952, my friend. One of the best years.
All I'm saying is, if you're vintage 50s, mate, someone pulled your cork a long time ago and you've gone stale. That's all I'm saying, babe.
Hey, Phil, if you ask Boneyard, he's got a crap load of Briggs parts now from his dad's shop. He probably has a tip for that.
Sorry, a boneyard?
Yeah, he's always
Boneyard.
on these streams. I'm surprised he's not here today.
Boneyard's garage, yeah.
Yeah,
See,
Boneyard. He's got a whole. His father was a Briggs mechanic.
He's not. See, this is a thing, Ken. He's not networking, finding those channels, is he? You got to find them old channels.
Look,
Well,
I'm
he's
still
always
got
on
the
Ed's
steam working here.
Sunday Night Chat. He's always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you come on here. What do you get?
Can't hear a word you're saying, mate.
That's what you get.
Sound advice.
Harry, lad, how are you doing, buddy boy? What you been up to today or this week? You been busy?
Yeah, a bit busy today. I had a job. I run my own bit of a lawn care business on the side of the fixing stuff.
All right, I'll jump in, love.
I had a job come in. It's down in like sort of landscaping yard. There's one side where it's all overgrown, full of like thistles, brambles, and I took my FS91 down, working perfect for the first 3 hours, and it started playing up. So I had to leave it in the afternoon, which is quite annoying, but I've just won on eBay on an auction, a still FS410. So
you like your steels, don't you? You love your steels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil, Luke from Mowers and Stuff has just put a comment in there saying, "What can't you do? I've worked on carburetors. They were easy enough to work on."
Yeah, I don't know where all the bits go, mate.
Okay, so if you go over to Luke's channel, maybe on his about page or on whatever, and send him an email.
Where's that to, Mick? Sorry, where's it to?
Maybe the man might better help you out.
Where's it to, Mick?
If you click in where it says Mowers and Stuff, which is what I asked everybody to subscribe to for about the past hour and a half, if you punch in the comments down below you, Phil, look down, mate, look down. There you go. There's a comment down there on the screen that says Mowers and Stuff. What can't you do? Yeah?
Yeah.
If you go to that channel, punch in Mowers and Stuff into YouTube, that will come up. You subscribe to his channel, email the man, it might better help you out. There's a link also in the chat from Pete Froud as well, which you can click on the link as well. Yeah, sometimes yes, Phil. Sometimes it's like you need like spoon feeding, Phil. Do you know what I mean, babe?
I dropped Boneyard's in there too.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day, mate.
Well, we know that. It's also been a long stream since you've come on here.
Hey, Phil, if you can get the model and type off of that Briggs shroud, you can look it all up online. All the diagrams are there.
Don't even get started, because the next question would be is what is a model and type code? Which one's which? I'm telling you somehow.
No, that won't be the next question. The question is, what is a shroud?
They wrapped Jesus in one after he died.
Oh, I know the one. Yeah. They got it in the history library somewhere, aren't they?
Right.
It's in Turin, Italy. So.
Luke is saying his email is not on his channel, but if you go to his channel and leave a comment and subscribe to his channel,
right,
leave a comment and he will get back to you.
Brilliant.
Right.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Luke. I'll be talking to you, mate.
Good luck,
hey,
Luke.
Phil, if I use the word cowling, would that help out? If I said cowling, would that be more European English or what?
Yeah, I understand cowling. Get
cowling.
Cowlings on Land Rovers.
Cowling.
I usually say flywheel shroud. So.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, Big Bird cowling. Yeah, that cowling. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the Turin shroud then.
Do you know what I mean? This is why I get these 15 emails a week.
Is this what I have to look forward to when I get older, Mick?
I'm telling you, babe. I'm telling you.
Hey.
Apart from coughing and wetting yourself, that's all you've got to look forward to. I'm telling you.
I better take my meds now.
Oh, hang on, bit of an accident there. Oh, another accident.
Yeah, there you go.
Who sat on a goose, Phil? Come on.
Phil, you do me head in. So you got the 90. Was it a 90 strimmer coming in?
Yeah, 91. I've had it since brand new. But today you just wasn't having any of it. I just had enough of the 4-mix. It's doing mad then.
Enough of the what?
Of the 4-mix engines that do mad.
Yeah, I do. Do you know what? I'm hearing it. We had someone on a minute ago. In the comment section, same thing. They've had enough of the 4-strokers.
Yeah, going back to 2-stroke.
And I think what Ken is saying is I think he's bang on the money. Is the valves on those when they get a bit warm and when they get a bit of age to them, the valves you need to keep on top of the valves all the time.
Yeah, you are. You spend more time doing maintenance than you do using them.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the exhaust valves. That's the one.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I'll go over to that 2-stroke then. I've got a nice nice Ryobi if it's out. You want it, Harry? I've got a nice Ryobi if you want it.
Oh God, no! I had one of them in last weekend. It did mad.
Oh, you can have it, mate. You can't pull it for toffee. It's sea solid. You can have it 55 quid.
I got one of them in my garage. No sea solid. I'm sort of checking it to the back, leaving it till the last thing.
Luke said he's not keen on 4-stroke either. He's gone 2-stroke. Luke, haven't you also gone electric as well? I did see a little while ago you got some electric kit. I did see. Which is nice.
I'll set this lot down here.
You all right, Phil? You had a nice chat there, are you, mate?
Yeah, so, yeah. Sorry, mate. I need to go. I need to go and wash my dirty bits.
Oh Lord, yeah. All right, yeah, bye.
Washing his private parts? What did he say?
I'm gonna have a bath. For God's sake.
The thing is, he's not joking, but the problem is it's going to be a 2-man job, so I don't want to see any of that. So you go ahead, Phil. You go and get that bit.
Hey, both hands, mate. You gotta be careful. Front the horses.
Oh, what? Just your hands? I use both my arms. Anyway, so I'll give you the respect on that, Phil. I'll be in touch with you, mate. All right.
Yeah. All right, mate. Cheers, guys. Great to talk to you.
Easy, mate.
Yeah,
look after yourself.
Ta-da.
Ta-da, baby. Oh, what happened there? Oh, where's Tim? Sorry, Tim.
Hey.
There you go. You were last in queue, baby. Quite a few waiting down there, buddy. But now I've got no queue now. Queue's now gone. Emptying the platform. How you doing, Tim?
I'm good, thanks, Mick.
What you been up to, baby?
Oh, busy as usual. Grass cutting. Still trying to get a spark plug for my Ryobi strimmer.
We can't get one.
No, because all the places around there are shut.
Amazonian.
No, I never thought of Amazon.
Amazonian, baby. It's the only place you're going to get them. Amazonian or eBay. Amazon are not too bad. What plug is it you need?
I don't know that. I've got the.
Is it the little tiny one, the tiddly one?
So the model is RLT26C.
Is that? But that's the tiddly widdly one, isn't it? The real small one.
I'm sure. I think it is.
Have a look on LS Engineers. That's where I get most of my plugs from. They're dead cheap as well. They're like £30, £40 a plug.
CMR 6H. I've got a box full here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim. Yeah.
Thanks, Mick.
Does that help? Got to have a stocking, baby. Got to have a stocking. Yeah. Amazon. Yeah, Luke's saying Amazon, but at the moment, Amazon is keeping up. I mean, it's doing it as best it can do. I've had even Tommy's tool chest the trolley that he bought for me. That said that would be here in 2 weeks, and that turned up in 2 days.
Yeah.
I think they are pushing their delivery dates out quite a bit, but they're keeping up quite well. So just put an order in, mate. Amazon's quicker than eBay all day long.
Yeah.
Just go for. I tend to change my stuff up because I tend to go for NGK or the Briggs versions now for my spark plugs. So I don't want to get into spark plugs because I just see Roy's the boys come in the chat and we don't want to be upsetting him with talk. We're talking about torch plugs.
Yeah.
But Bruce Pinder wasn't here, Roy, with a torch plug a minute ago, so you missed that one. So you've been busy doing that. So what's up with it? Just a dodgy plug, is it?
It's a plug, and it's starting to get a little bit sluggish as well.
Carby.
Yeah, maybe need to clean the carb.
Yeah, especially if you clean the screens out and what have you. The LS are good. Yeah, they are. Luke, you're right, Luke. The LS are good ones. They got one over. Luke still uses torch plugs. I don't believe it. You are a tight ass, Luke. You cannot be so cheap. The torch plugs are only good for one thing: smashing windows.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. If you can give me a thumbs up, guys and girls who are in the chat, much appreciate. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't already done so. Just helps towards the growth of my channel. Be much appreciated. I don't know how I'm doing for thumbs up and thumbs down. Probably got about 35 thumbs down knowing me because everyone hates me at the moment, which is okay with me. I've got broad shoulders. I don't really care. Let's have a little look. 3 thumbs down. I probably got to about 15 now. I just said something. And 63 on the up. That's fantastic. Cool. If anyone is new to a channel or just come on in, there's a gentleman in the chat called Mowers and Stuff. His comment is on the bottom of the screen now, and Pete will send you a link. Go and check him out. He's just got over the 1,000 subscribers. Like, just push him over to 1,000 just in case a few drop off or what have you. It'd be nice just to see if we can get Luke to stay at the 1,000 mark. He's managed to achieve that on my channel, which is fantastic. He's been there to supporting me, so I just supported him back tonight. So it's fantastic. So Johnny, you look all relaxed. What are you doing? Where's Claire Bear? Why aren't you watching a film? What's going on? I can hear her. There she is. How you doing, Claire Bear? Nice to see you, baby. How you doing? Are you well? Are you trying to watch a film?
Can't get Netflix to work at the minute.
You can't get what?
Netflix to work at the minute.
Well, that's because Johnny's on a live stream. That's what's pulling all the currency. That's what it is. He sat on it. Johnny's found his new calling, talking about lawnmowers for 2.5 hours. I'm sorry, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. I can do it all day long. I love talking about them. What are you watching, then, Claire? Anything good?
No, just the Netflix side at the minute.
We're having internet problems. Just like I checked out the download yesterday, and it was like 6.
I think all it is, John, is that everybody's on lockdown. Everybody's streaming. They're all on Facebook Lives. They're all doing everything, but that's all it is. Everyone's pulling on the old cord, isn't they? That's what it is. To be fair, I was on here last week, or week before, and I was having the hellish problems. Doing mine, so that's probably what it is. I know that you guys put Mrs. P onto what was that ridiculous film we were watching? Oh my god, The Manifest. My lord, what an absolute crock of crap that is. I can't get onto that. She said, I'll watch a few bits of this and you can catch up. I was like, you carry on. I go wait for me. I'm telling you.
Did you check out that Gangs of London?
I've lost you. Say again.
Did you check out Gangs of London?
No, not yet. I've seen Gangs of New York. That was good. So I haven't checked out Gangs of London yet. It'll be on my list, but Mrs. P won't watch that. Anything with guns and violence or zombies in, she's not up for that. So I'll get on. I'll get on that one next.
That Gangs of London's supposed to be good.
Yeah. I've not seen it yet. Since I've dropped out of going on people's panels, I don't know whether you guys have noticed, but I don't go on quite so many panels over the weekend. I go on more panels and in people's chats at night when I'm waiting to go to work. So I might pop in and see Ed from time to time, or whatever, or Ken at 3:30 in the morning. I pop in and see Ken. I tend to do more of that when I'm at work, but during the weekend, I tend to try and stay off of YouTube as much as I can. And try and spend a bit of time with Mrs. P. But yeah, we've been watching some really crap stuff at the moment. So hopefully a few zombie films might be coming my way. Be all right. That way, I'm also guaranteed cuddles at night time because Mrs. P craps herself. So only on the mowers I sell. I use NGKs myself. So there you go. So so Luke uses the old cheapos for customers and NGKs for himself. There you go. That's how bad they are. I was going to say something as well. I can't remember what I was going to say. I had something to do with one of my mowers here, and that's gone. Whatever it was, no, it's gone. I did pick up a nice little chinky Chinese saw the other day. It's called a Hornet. Everyone heard of a chainsaw called a Hornet?
No.
Oh, it's great. Don't screw your face up, Ed. It is an absolute privilege to have it. That's about as bad as that Manifest film. To be fair, I'm waiting on spare parts for that to come from Wuhan. It's got a 20 inch bar on it, so it'd be all right. But I don't know what it's going to rev up like. But I might just keep it for myself, just for around the garden use. I don't need nothing big no more, so might keep it for myself. and see how that goes. I've got to pick up a 470 tomorrow with an SV engine on it. That's free of charge. I can have that. A green, no, not the Green. The Green Hornet was a film, Pete. No, that was the same thing. Chinese film. No, I'll get it. I'll show you. Hang on. It's great.
Hey, Mick, I found the engine for Phil that shows how to hook up that piece.
Telling you, it's an absolute work of art. Ed, you're going to love this. It's better than that vintage one you had the other week, Ed. I'm telling you. Look at the state of that.
Oh, I've seen them. Yeah, I got.
Isn't that beautiful? Hey, absolute crap. Oh dear. So I'm waiting on spare parts for that. I don't even know you can get blades for it. Chains, sorry. I managed to burn my neck.
It should be written on the bar, Mick. It
Say
should
again?
be stamped into the bar. It should be stamped into the bar. The gauge, the size, and number of links.
I'm familiar with chains anyway. But that's not a problem for me. I just don't think you can get them. I might have to go down to my local chainsaw dealer and just say, make me a decent chain up for that. And they make one out of decent metal anyway. They make them there and then for you. So I might go and do that. I dare say that's probably got a safety chain on it anyway. It's missing a few teeth, I expect, just for safety home use. So I'll go into my local D&M chainsaws and get them to make me one up, which should do the job. So Jason Hughes has burnt his neck whilst welding this week. It's a bit sore, but the cider should kill the pain, apparently, he says.
Mick.
Yeah.
Speaking of chainsaws, is it easy to change the fuel pipes?
It depends what it is. Some are an absolute privilege and easier to change the fuel pipes than it is the oil pipe. Some are absolute pigs. It all depends what it is.
I've got a challenge chainsaw.
A challenge extreme?
No, just a challenge one.
A blue one?
No, a yellow one.
Oh Lord. Okay. I tend to find a lot of those type of ones, the home user friendly ones. They're not generally too bad. In fact, if anything, it's like the Husqvarna, because they are much more of a compact saw. There's less room to get in, and you tend to use long nose pliers and forceps because they're narrower than your fingers. So that the home user versions are not generally too bad. And that's probably why you have to change the fuel on them of the pipes, because the fuel leads pipes they're using they rot out very quickly. So again, as I always recommend, pad and paper, photographs, take evidence of what's going on. Just take time, and it's a pretty much forward operation on it. I know that Ed, how are you getting on with your vintage chainsaw? Ed, has that hit the bench yet?
No, I haven't hit the bench yet with that, but I did find out from an old arborist friend of mine that little McCulloch is a climbing saw. That's meant for a climber that goes up in a tree.
No, is it really? Check that out. They must have eaten their veggies when they used them, didn't they?
Well, that thing only weighs a couple pounds. It's not real big or heavy, so
Is that the aluminium cast one?
Yes.
Yeah, nice saw that is. I wouldn't mind if you posted that to me, Ed.
If I can get it running, maybe I will.
Mick's right. The pipes can be a pain, but some are easier. Yes, it all depends what it is. I think someone bought in a Sovereign chainsaw a while ago, last season. I had to change a fuel pipe and I had to change the oil feeder pipe as well on that one. And the oil feeder was an absolute pig. I had to take most of the engine apart just to get to it. But the anti-vibration springs on it was shocking. The whole engine, literally, you could rattle the engine, and that was as it should be. I think they're supposed to be suspended to a certain degree to stop the vibration. I get that, but this was like someone had undone it and just lost a few bits. But I mean, have a go at it. See how you get on. If you get stuck, ring Ken. He's great on chainsaws. Or ring Ed. He's brilliant on them. So give him a ring.
Matty Olson.
Yeah, or Matty. Yeah, definitely Matty. Yeah, but to be fair, if you sent a photograph of that chainsaw to Matty, he'd tell you just to go home and go back to sleep and throw it in the bin.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I think they're cheaper than the Poulons that you were working on the other week, Ken. they're a cheaper version to them. I think literally they actually give them away they give them free with every saw with every drill that you buy. You buy a drill, you get a free saw. That's how cheap they are. Hey Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you got on the bench at the moment, Harry? What are you currently working on? You got customers in, or you got any kid about?
One customer in today dropped off FS38. Needs a new pull cord.
Oh, nice little fix.
Yeah, and he wants a service as well. So pull cord, fresh roll of pull cord just come in today. So
what pull cord do you use? What diameter do you use?
Rockwood 3.5 mil.
He's a good lad. He knows a good boy. So he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, that's the stuff. It's a really nice nylon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Burns really well too, and I find it doesn't fray at all.
No.
The Rockwood stuff. So, I mean, does it need a service, or is it just because?
Not really. He just wants it done. He hasn't had it done for a while. So he said, while it's in for the pull cord, just get everything done.
Oh, you're lucky. Half the people around here, they just want to just get it running and get out of it. They don't want to spend no money in it at all. You know. But
hey Mick.
Yo.
I gotta head out, Mick. I gotta go deliver this thing. I just finished this thing up this morning. So
and what are you working on? Let's have a little look at that. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's empty, husky, garbage.
Look at this shoot on the blinking. That big's that shoot.
The grass shoot on the side is ridiculous. Yeah, it drags on the ground.
It's about 14
it's huge.
long. It's about 14 foot long.
Yeah. That. But this thing was covered with that black mold you get all over stuff when they sit in a shed for months.
Yeah.
So I power washed it all off. Now it looks like a new tractor, but it's got one of those Kohler Courage engines, which I really hate. But cleaned up all right. It's just that the deck is all rotted, and you can tell the customer, do you want to spend $100 fixing a deck that's going to rot away on you? You know.
So I take it.
Ed, you said something about MTD, didn't you?
Yeah, made to dispose.
There you go. It's true though. It really is.
Well, I mean,
MTD used to be good years ago.
It's all subject, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's all about what works for you, doesn't work for others, and what some people like, some people don't like. You know, it's all subject, isn't it? You know what I mean? I know that when you mentioned,
I'm going to get some of this in about 20 minutes when I deliver it. So that's all it
showing some green, baby. Right, Ken. No worries, mate. I'll try and catch you on your stream tomorrow, mate. I'm gonna have a chat on your stream.
I'll be on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, guys. Take care.
I'll try and be there, mate. Take it easy.
See you later, Ken.
Yeah.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Right, links in the chat for any more lost souls that want to come on up. Feel free. I'm going for about another 8 minutes, so feel free to come on up if anyone wants to have a little chat with me. We've had quite a good stream so far. We've done quite a bit. We've had to help Phil out as usual. He normally has 15 questions. He'll probably be back in it once he's had his bath. He normally comes back with his robe on. Any more questions in here? If you've got any questions at all, just let us know. Burn my neck. No. So, Johnny, you're going back to work Monday. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
definitely.
has anything changed with regards to the lockdown or what's going on?
Well, just for us, all the but the domestic stranding's gone crazy because people are all at home decluttering, got nothing else to do at home, you know. Okay,
so you're just going to be doing the old social distancing. Well, I suppose you'll be working with Claire, I suppose. So no social distancing required, I suppose.
Yeah. Danny's still he's not coming in. He's still furloughed.
Okay.
Until he can come back in, but got one driver back. And then when we do collections, we call ahead now, and they leave their sacks of paper on their doorstep before we arrive.
Yeah.
So when the driver's there, there's no contact, so it's like a contactless collection. So really well.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear you're getting back to a little bit of normality, and if you can get your business back up on float before it all goes a bit peculiar, that's good news. Yeah, take it easy, Nicky. Thanks for popping in, mate. Nice to see you, mate, as always. Nice fella. So I had a bit of a strange one. I don't think I brought it up on any of my previous talks. I might have. Did I ever talk about my traveller friend that pops in my garden from time to time and brings me stuff that he thinks is his, but I think he actually buys stuff and then it's thousands of pounds.
Yeah, I think you mentioned him before.
So anyway, I get a phone call to say, "Oh, I'm outside." I thought that's nice. He bangs on my door and he's brought in his Flower Beast multi-tool strimmer attachment. And anyone in the UK that knows about Flower Beast, we know how really good they are. And I fixed it about a month ago. All it was, he just wanted 4 new bolts to go in the back of the pull cord assembly just to hold a pull cord on. That's all it needed. I did that, pulled it, it started first flick, and away it went. Happy. So I said, don't forget to run that 40-1. Yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Off he went. And he come back and he said, what have you done to this? I can't pull it. I said, what do you mean what I've done to it? All I've done was put 4 new bolts in it. That's all I did. Didn't do anything else to it. He said, well, I can't start it. It's okay. So I give it a pull and you could just about pull it over, just about. Mick, have you still got the squirrel that runs? Yeah, he's been here all day, mate. Yeah, I got that, and I got squirrel pigeons fighting on the shed roof. Yeah. Bruce was down there earlier on. Bruce the squirrel. So anyway, I could just about pull it, but you know when you pull a pull cord on a strimmer, especially 4-stroker, you pull it really, really slowly, and you can feel that grinding teeth sort of. Yeah, Ed's nodding. He knows what I'm talking about. I could feel this strange sensation of like grinding teeth as I dragged the piston up through the bore. And I said, what fuel are you mixing this at? He said 40-1, like you said. That's okay. I said, because it sounds to me like you've been running neat fuel oil, kiddie. No, 40-1. Okay. So I said, well, give us a look. I'll have a look at it because I'm not convinced. Hi, Roy. How you doing, mate?
Hi, Roy.
So I bought it in the old workshop. He come on in 2 meters away, and I got this out, which is really cool, right? Some of you may have seen this. This is a present from the mate Zippo. Comes from America. I think it's Harbor Freighty. He sent it over. Brunun is called Brunun, right? Brilliant torch. Gets a 18650 battery in there, right? Comes with one of those. Comes with a standard torch head as well, but it's all quick release, right? Really good torch. So you put the head of it on, bomb. There goes your torch. Yeah, lovely, right? And you take that off, and then you can put your bar one on, right? Bomb. So it's a fantastic bit of kit, but it comes with this little cookie, and this is what I like. It comes with this one, right? So yeah. How cool is that? That is, that's brilliant for getting right into places. So I took the old spark plug out. I took the carburetor off, right, and just put that up inside. And do you know what I found, Ed? I found bits of piston and bits of bore, and these funny long lines going up and down the piston that don't belong. So I said, "Well, no, you've been running straight fuel."
That's the compression release.
Eh?
That's the compression release.
yeah, not through there. It's not supposed to be.
No.
So I said, okay. I said, tell you what, go and get your fuel. Is it in the van? He said, yeah. I said, then go and get it. So he went and got this big 5-litre can. Bought it back. I poured a bit into a glass, crystal clear. I put my finger in there. It evaporated. Put my finger in it. Give it the old lick test, like some of us do. Because you can sometimes taste the oil. Nothing. So I said, did you mix it at the right ratio? He said, oh, yeah. He said, I did exactly what you told me to do, but 20 mil into 500 into 5 litres. No, mate. 20 mil into 500 mil is 40-1. You've put 20 mil into 5 litres. That's 5,000 mil. Oh. So he said, well, do you want to buy it off me? It must be worth 40 quid. I'm like, mate.
Oh, my.
Oh, God.
He's off his head.
Well, he's kind of great. Anyway, so he spoke to his mates who were in the van, and they said, yeah, they put 20 mil into a 5-litre drum. So that weren't quite 40-1. So he's not very happy, and he was even worse happy when I sold him a strimmer a bit later on that day as well. So I did quite well out of it. But, there you go. So it just goes to prove if you don't run it at the right mixture, that's what happens, right? We've all been there, all done it to a certain degree. But I find a lot of these newer home ownership ones, Titans, Ryobis, all that. If you don't run them at the right mix, they run like absolute dogs. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I have, especially the Titans. They're 40 to 1. You run them at 205 to 1. You run them at 50 to 1. They don't like it. They hate it. So it is what it is. But there you go, Mick. I just sent you a picture of a Briggs I've just refurbished. Okay, have a look at that. This is from Ethion. Let's have a little look. Let me try and come back to that. I've got to restart my old emails up. Got an email from Philip Hardy. What is Ethion? Let's have a look. All right, Mick, just refurbishes Briggs on Wednesday. Okay, let's have a little look at that. I always go through. Hang on, that's not it. That's that boss photograph you sent me. There you go. That's nice. Okay. Ethion, did you sort out that was it you that had that Blade Boss issue? Did you sort that Blade Boss issue out? I'm sure you sent me one you're having an issue with a Blade Boss. Let me share the screen. Oh, got someone down there. Sorry, who's that down there? Sorry, Roy. Sorry, mate. Didn't even hear the ping. Sorry, buddy. I must have been over the other side of the shed. Don't give it all out. You go back down there again. Sorry, I didn't hear it, mate. I just caught sight of it just now. Literally, I'm just about to close up. I just caught sight of it, mate. Hang on. So, let me share the screen. Sometimes it kicks me out when I do this. There you go. It's right over there. So let's have a look at this little Briggs engine that he's just refurbished. So he sent me a question about a Blade Boss. He's having problems with Blade Bosses. I think he might have sorted that out. Because one's a different diameter for a mount field. I think they sent the wrong one, to be fair. So that's that. Yeah, key shaft, lovely. Yeah. So there you go. He's just done that one up. That looks nice. Isn't that pretty? That's a pretty little Briggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks clean.
That's nice. See, I would have been tempted to give out a spray as well. You know what I mean? Match it all in.
Yeah.
He wants a brake cover on the back, but no, that's nice, mate. Yeah, nice job. Well done. Keep them coming.
Yeah, good job, yeah.
Better than what I can do. How you doing, Royce?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. I would have been in here earlier, but we've had a good evening in a garden here. We've had a good old meal, a few beers and glasses of wine, and we've been reminiscing with Alexa, with music from the teenage years of ours up to the 90s.
So what's that? 1924.
I said 90s, not 19s.
Oh, sorry, mate. All right, so you've been having a bit of a just finished watching Monster Crap on ITV now, Edward. Okay, so you've been a bit.
No. We brought Alexa out to the garden.
Oh right, okay. So what? Just you and Dizzy die?
Yeah, just me and Dizzy die, and we were listening to all the music from when we were kids up to the 90s.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but is there anyone else picking up on the slurry accent of Roy's speech at the moment?
Yeah.
Yes. Roy's had one too many.
Yes.
I thought it doesn't normally sound like that.
It sounds like everything has an S in it.
I'm as fast as a piss, mate.
I thought you absolutely lashed Pete, isn't he? He's absolutely shot to bits, isn't he? I thought you sounded a little bit worried. I remember last time you came up on your own live stream when you did one dressed as Father Christmas because you've been out on the beer all night long and you was on there ratted. Roy's been on the old sauce. Yeah, Roy's absolutely smashed. Look at him. Oh, Roy, he's a good man. There's nothing better. Come up on the old live stream, pissed as a fart. Well done, good lad. How's your bees doing then?
Oh, they're doing well, mate. They're doing really, really. I'm actually surprised. I was out yesterday, and I went out to fix to do a service on a ride-on mower. Yeah.
Okay.
He's pissing himself laughing. I was out yesterday doing a service on a mower, and Dizzy Di phoned me, and she said that she came out in the garden, and all she could hear was this noise. And all she could hear was busy, and there was like a cloud of bees everywhere.
Cool. So you got a nice swarm in them.
Oh, definitely, mate. Yeah.
When are you
big
gonna?
time.
When are you gonna? When are you, so I'm taking it the Queen's in there. Then she must be if the others are in there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would say so, mate. Definitely.
Yeah.
I've been told now. If it's a virgin queen, I should leave her up there now. Leave it up there now for 2 weeks, and then move it over to where my stash is, where the field is, and then sort it all out. Then
Jason Hughes says, "Is there an option for subtitles for Roy?" Brandon's just said, "I've got a Magneto." Cool. Yeah, it's a 22 mil. They sent me the wrong one. Yeah, I thought it did make. There you go. I told no 22 mil, 24 mil. Mate, I did say I'm not always right. I'm quite often right, so I'm glad we got that sorted for you. That's cool. Right, people.
Okay.
I'm afraid, Roy, you've come in. You should have come in here when he perhaps only had one can, but it's that time of day, 9 o'clock. Been going 2.5 hours, and that's as far as I like to go nowadays. So I want to go indoors and see Mrs. P and catch a bit of time with her to see how we're going. So if you give me a thumbs up on your way out, much appreciated. Thank you for everyone
on the way in.
Chat. Yeah, cool. Thank you, buddy. Everyone in the chat, much appreciated. Everyone on the panel, much appreciated. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Keep washing your hands for 20 seconds or whatever it is.
Yep.
And go on. Who says something?
Oh, it went quiet.
Okay, no worries, that's fine. Yeah, thank you very much for coming in. Look after yourselves. Well done, Luke, on your 1K. What did that say?
Oh, well done, mate.
Contact me. Cool. Yeah, all right, Luke. Yeah. Luke made 1K on the old stream, Roy. Yeah, you got over the 1K. Absolutely chuffed for him.
Nice one.
Tell her, Dusty, honey, look after yourself, baby. Talk to you soon.
Bye, Dusty.
Tomorrow, Dusty Blonde goes live. She's in the chat right now. If you put in your comment section, Dusty Blonde, she's Snobby Scrap Picker's wife. She'll be live tomorrow, 6:30, I believe, Dusty, unless you changed it. But 6:30, Dusty will be live, and it's normally a right scream over there. Go and check Dusty out. She's a fantastic woman and holds a fantastic stream. To go and check her out. She's absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much. Everyone on the old panel, if you can hit the old red cross down below, start dropping out. I can start to close the stream down. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Micks Mowers. Look after yourself. Take it easy.
I thought I'd be last, Mick. See you later, mate.
Hello, matey. Look after yourself.